And we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Where Heartbreak Feels Good for another one of our monthly installments of going over what we watched this month. So for this episode, will be over the month of July 2022. And joining me right now, we have my co-host Evan.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love these reflections on what we watched in the month prior. July was a stacked month. There was a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of great TV shows. TV has just been killing it this year, and a lot of great movies too. New Jordan Peele, new Marvel. A lot of fun to talk about.
Yeah, 2 new Marvel projects,
Oh
which is
wow, you're
crazy.
right.
Yeah,
Because Miss Marvel
it
interspliced
wrapped up this
between
month.
June and July, so we didn't really get a chance
Mhm.
to talk about it much on our June update. I think in June we were just like, "This show is pretty great," and then now it
Mhm.
wrapped up in July, so we can
Yeah.
talk about it all. You're right. That's exciting. That's exciting.
Then we'll have our. He's not here at the moment right now, but he will be soon. But our other co-host Edgar will be joining us soon. So,
Yes.
but we thought we might as well get into it. And what do you want to start
Yeah.
with? What was the first movie
Man.
you watched this month,
Oh shoot. I'm
or your
unprepared.
first thing you watched that you can remember?
First thing I watched, I remember. I guess. I mean, like Miss Marvel was going on during that same time.
Yeah. Do you
Do
just
you
want to
want to?
start? Wait, talk about that first.
Yeah, so about that. Let's start with the TV while I pull up my letterbox so I can remember what I watched exactly in July. But oh yeah, The Gray Man did come out this month, didn't it?
I haven't seen it yet.
I'll talk
I have to
about
wait for Edgar.
it. Oh, I can watch it too. Great.
Yeah.
Wait, let's talk about Miss Marvel because Miss
Let's
Marvel
do
was
it.
a breath of fucking fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. I love this show so much. We did our ranking of the top 10 Marvel projects. If you have not watched, if anybody out there has not watched it, please do because it was
What
a
do you
great
think Miss Marvel
podcast.
would have made your list
One
if
for
we'd been
my
different?
list, 100%. I mean, because for my list, like we had what Guardians 2 in there, Moon Knight, Doctor Strange 2. Like I would have had Winter Soldier, Iron Man. Like I would have had Miss Marvel over a lot of those things. Like I think
Yeah.
this is my favorite Marvel TV show next to Loki. I think I gave it
Really?
like 4.5 or a 5 out of 5. Um, I think in terms of like characters, like this has like the best. I don't see the best, but it had like next to Loki because Loki had a great addition of great side characters in Loki. Whether you're talking about Kukum Bathura, Sylvie, Owen Wilson,
Yeah.
like this one, the whole family dynamic felt very relatable, real, written just very well and believable. None of it was felt very out of character in terms of like what a normal family would act and how they would support their daughter or their sister or their best friends. And the friends are great. Like I loved Bruno. Bruno was great. One of the most relatable characters in any Marvel show. Just his relationship with Kamala was adorable. I loved Kamran. I loved just Kamala in general. Iman Vellani was a star. So much so that I'm like, I want to see her in everything, which is the case for a lot of the Marvel TV shows, right? Like as soon as I saw Kate Bishop, I was like, okay, I want to see her in everything.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I saw Yelena, I'm like, I want to see her in everything. And
Or
Hawkeye,
Sylvie for me.
Sylvie, I go, give me
Yeah.
Sylvie in every Marvel project. I don't care if she's in Shang-Chi too. Like, give me everything. I love, but yeah, I love Kamala so much. And that's why the Marvels for phase 5 is probably like my most anticipated Marvel movie next to Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give me the
Yeah.
Marvels. Give me the Marvels. I'm ready to see her interact with Brie Larson, who I love and adore, and I'm blinking. Monica Rambeau. Um,
Tiona Paris.
yeah, she's great. So I love her so much too. So I love all these people. But yeah, the show in general, very strong first episode. Had the Edgar Wright feel from it. I keep forgetting the names of
Yeah,
the directors.
the first 2 episodes were like what it sold me. Then
Exactly. They
it
sell
was so
you.
stylish.
It's so stylish. Just the way they text, the way the direction moves around the characters. It felt very just unique and cool and modern. I really liked
The
it.
scene in episode 2 where she comes home and like is falling in love and how it's
Yeah.
shot is so like fresh and interesting.
Yeah, like it's that phrase where you come home and it's all rosy and beautiful. That's exactly how she comes home.
Yeah,
It
like
has
you
like
said, it
the
felt so much like Edgar Wright. Like
exactly.
yeah.
It has that purple hue to it. It was just very colorful, vibrant. I had a blast with it.
I think
Um,
vibrance like what really made this show fresh would be compared to like other show like
yeah,
Moon Knight or
like Hawkeye, for
Falcon Winter
example,
Soldier, Hawkeye,
Falcon
yeah.
Winter Soldier. Yeah, which were those were good, solid shows, but this one felt unique. It felt
Yeah.
like not just a run of the mill TV
Because you
show.
have like the stylish editing and cinematography and this camera work, but you
Yeah.
compare that with the family dynamic and getting that cultural like importance.
Exactly. And it was cool seeing just the origin of her powers too. Like her powers are very different from the comics, and everybody in the trailers are like, "Oh, I don't like how this colorful Green Lantern shit's gonna work," but it works perfectly in the show. Like I like the crystal dynamic and the crystal, the look of it, and how it was utilized in the show was very cool. It really grew on me instantly. Like in the first episode, I'm like, okay, I like how these powers are showcased in the show. It felt very cool, and I like to see a Kamala who didn't necessarily have to go on her whole, because you know me, I hate training arcs. She didn't really train, but her exercising her powers with Bruno on top of the roof, for example, was a very fun scene. And even as early on as like episode 2 or 3, we learned that the powers are unique to her. Um, in the sense that like the powers isn't just coming from your Bengal, it's coming from your DNA as well. And that was very interesting because we're like, okay, something special about her. And they found out in the finale that she's a mutant, which is crazy. And they play the X-Men 98 theme song or 97
It
theme
was a
song.
really cool reveal.
Love that review. I did not see it coming at all. Like they played the I was like, whoa, okay, they're doing it. They're doing it.
It's
Which is
because
crazy.
we've been waiting and waiting to see when they would start to trickle in mutants and all those properties from Fox that they obviously acquired recently.
Yeah.
So think it was a really interesting way to start including them. And instead of these new characters coming in, it's characters that we already know or we're gonna learn soon, but shows that are already in development.
I agree. Yeah, and we all thought like, oh, WandaVision, she's gonna do this whole thing, and it's gonna be like the origin of the mutants, and that's
Perhaps,
exactly what happened. She had her own little arc there, but you're right. I like how they're showcasing it like through the characters that we know and love. I think that'll be the case for a lot of things, like as we see with Namor and Black Panther. They might use
yeah, Namor, I
they
think is
might
the
use
next
him as
one.
a mutant as well. Other products that we haven't faced out as well, but yeah, she's a mutant now, which is interesting. Very curious to see how that's going to go moving forward. But I also love the
Do you think
penultimate.
she'll be
Oh,
on the first X-Men team?
nah,
No.
she could be, but I doubt it. I mean, I just have a feeling Feige wants to go classic with this new take. Like whenever he
Yeah.
introduces a new group, he loves going for the classic takes. Like Spider-Man, just like let me bring up little webs in between his armpits, kind of thing.
Yeah, or like
Um,
the Avengers is very like
the
classic Avengers run out.
Avengers, very classic with Loki as the first villain, which is very classic as
Yeah.
well.
And
Um,
Guardians.
Guardians, exactly. Guardians was a
Yeah.
bit mixed. I think Guardians was classic to the 2014 or not 2014, the mid 2000s run of Guardians,
Oh
not
really?
the old classic Guardians was a very different team. Um, but yeah, so yeah, it's very exciting. Even the penultimate episode I was going to say was which one was the one with going into the past?
That was
Was that
episode 5, I
was that
think.
the penultimate? Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that one where we saw the grandmother and I forget his name. Haman, I forget the husband, the great grandfather.
Yeah.
That episode was just very sweet, very touching, very heartwarming. Really pulled at the heartstrings, and it was spoiler alert for, of course, Miss Marvel, obviously. But yeah, it was like Kamala that changed the past. She pulled like a Prisoner of Azkaban on it, which is really cool. And just like seeing exploring the show, I like this in Moon Knight when we went to Japan or Egypt. Um, I like in Miss Marvel, we went to Pakistan and we saw the
Yeah.
Pakistani culture there. Her having just some certain scenes, she's just chilling with her family, chilling with her
See,
cousins on the
I feel
beach.
kind of mixed on those episodes
Oh, really?
because as I think that was really important for them to show that culture and for them to like have Kamala face this storyline. I
Mm,
think it took away of what made the first 2 episodes stylish of her being in high school or
okay.
having that aesthetic
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
where I think like episode 6 brings that back a lot more, which is why I love the finale.
Yeah. Finale's great. Yeah, I think so because like they changed directors halfway through. Like first episodes are like
Yeah.
2 directors, and then 3 and 4
I think the same
and
directors
5
from
are different.
Bad Boys Forever, right? Or
Yep,
whatever.
exactly. Bad Boys
Yeah.
Forever, Batgirl, which makes me even more excited for Batgirl.
Mhm.
Whenever that comes out, because Batgirl, Leslie, is going to be a
Leslie
fantastic
Grace, I think, I
Leslie
believe.
Grace. Yes, she's going to be a fantastic
Yeah.
Batgirl, and we have freaking Brendan Fraser as
Is that theatrical now, or is that still streaming?
nah, still
No.
streaming apparently, as
Okay.
far as we know.
What was the
Um,
one that switched this theatrical? Was
Blue
Blue
Beetle, I
Beetle?
want to say.
Okay.
Um, maybe Static Shock that's in development is also going to be theatrical, maybe.
Yeah.
Hopefully that change with the new WB/Discovery leadership, they could make Batgirl theatrical. But then that's so weird because it's like they have to wait till after the Flash comes out. What's going to happen with that movie? They're already changing.
It's a mess right now,
right? They're already changing things with Aquaman to make sense of it all. So maybe we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, in general, I just loved Miss Marvel. For me, I did like the flashback episode. I did like the episode 5 where she goes to Pakistan, just crazy chase sequences and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just a blast. I had a great time. It's one of my favorite shows of the year in general. And there's a lot of TV shows.
That's crazy because there's so much this year.
Over like 50 I have by the end of the summer.
I like Miss Marvel, but I doubt it seeing like it in my top 10 at the end of the year because there's just so much TV.
There's so much. Like, I mean, I love The Boys too. I'm like, The Boys can be in my top 10. Like, we can talk about that in July. Like, The Boys is great too. But
did that wrap in July?
Did it, or was it June?
I think it was June.
I thought it was July. Maybe it is June.
Let me check.
But yeah, I love The Boys too. A lot of these superhero shows, even Kenobi, maybe. I'm just like, I love The Boys. I love Kenobi, but are they going to be?
I said what was July 8th? Was
July 8th?
The wrap date? Yeah.
So
we talked about that for a little bit. The finale.
Yeah, I love all these shows. I'm like, what's gonna? Because House of the Dragon, it's gonna be fantastic. Andor looks. They just had a trailer today.
Andor, that first trailer or that second trailer is so good.
Like, out of this airing, Andor dropped today, and it was a phenomenal trailer. It looks like to be the best Star Wars show of the year. So
that cinematography, the real sets, practical effects.
JJ, when they're in the sky and he's just like going through the debris or whatever, it looks insane. I have no idea what's happening.
We have Nicholas Patel doing the music. It's gonna be a fucking masterpiece,
man. And it's delayed a month. I'm like, what's gonna happen to all these Star Wars shows this year?
I wonder. That's interesting because it's a 3-episode premiere now, right? I wonder why they did that.
3-episode premiere on the same day as the last 3 hours.
Let She-Hulk breathe a bit more by itself, maybe.
Yeah, She-Hulk would have been. So She-Hulk was 9 episodes. So yeah, She-Hulk's gonna have about like 5 episodes by itself, 4 or 5 episodes by itself.
It's 9 episodes.
I thought so. 30 minutes, 9 episodes.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah, so
but then like Andor and Bad Batch are like running alongside each other.
I know. I'm like Bad Batch. I was going through the whole Twitter hashtag of Bad Batch. Like, what do people think? And everybody's
like it's not as bad because it's live action animation.
Probably, but I don't want Bad Batch to be swamped. Like I like having Bad Batch to itself, where every Wednesday people have a discussion about Bad Batch. Every Wednesday people are going to talk about Miss Marvel. I mean, Andor. So.
Especially when one of the Bad Batch episodes drops, there will be a 3-hour Andor premiere the same day. Or that's why they should go back to Wednesday and Friday.
And Andor, the 3-hour Andor stuff is a week before Bad Batch.
Oh, is it?
It's the 28th for Bad Batch, which is a week later. So I'm just like, but even then, like then that Wednesday, the 4th episode of Andor will come out, and people will be talking about Andor, and it's like, oh yeah, Bad Batch was fun too. I'm just like, no, I want Bad Batch to have it. Just what happened to Miss Marvel.
Go back to different release dates, like Wednesdays, Fridays, Sundays.
I don't get it.
I don't know why they don't do that.
Disney, you don't have to drop everything on Wednesdays. Like drop Bad Batch on Friday, and people will be perfectly fine. We won't care. That makes no sense to me.
That's also
Andor Wednesday, Bad Batch Friday. Boom.
That's the reason why Miss Marvel got overshadowed a bit because of Shinobi.
Which is crazy. Like the first 2 episodes of Miss Marvel are a masterpiece, and then it didn't get talked about as much because Kenobi was coming out fighting Vader. So it's like, how do you fight that?
Let Marvel have their own day, let Star Wars have their own day, and let the movies have their own day. I think that's how they should do it.
That's what I wish. That's what I hope for. That's what you're gonna have to do starting in 2020, late this year and early next, all throughout.
Right, all of next year is to be like everything's to run alongside each other.
All of next year,
they have to figure out something.
Yeah, all of next year and the rest of the multiverse saga for Marvel. It's like,
because I doubt they want Secret Invasion and Mando season 3 on the same day.
Secret Invasion of Mando,
or big event series.
It was like Loki and Ahsoka might interact with each other.
Yeah, and those are like 2 of their biggest probably.
Skeleton Crew and whatever Marvel has coming out. Like there's going to be inevitable crossovers again. Not just what happened with Marvel and Kenobi. So I don't want that. Just do Fridays, Wednesday and Fridays. It's work fine by me. Even though Fridays this year can be dominated by Lord of the Rings once that comes out. Those are Friday. Amazon loves their Friday releases.
Or just do like Mondays.
Mondays works too. Mondays
Yeah.
isn't a classical point for TV shows though. TV
But
shows are
they can make it.
they can make it that, right? Like
It's
Marvel,
streaming. It doesn't really matter
it
anymore.
doesn't matter. HBO has their Sundays, Amazon has their Fridays, Disney has their Wednesdays, but like
HBO's like the only one where it makes sense to be Sunday because it's still a cable channel.
it's still a cable channel, exactly.
Like their big event series aren't not like Matt's exclusives. They're still on HBO.
Yep. And I can't wait for House of the Dragon. That's going to be very exciting as well. We talked about that trailer in our last episode.
The what we watch in August is gonna be a fucking crazy one.
Oh my god!
In September too.
Yeah, exactly.
And after that, we'll start doing festival movies and like the fall award season.
Oh yeah, since our last update episode, they unleashed. They talked about the Tribeca stuff, and I'm just like, oh, I wish I could go to Tribeca.
Venice and TIFF.
Venice and TIFF. Yeah. Sorry, Venice and TIFF. Because TIFF had like
that TIFF lineup is crazy this year.
I want to go to TIFF so badly. I want to go to these film festivals. I'm never gonna have
TIFF is public too, so like
I could go. Yeah,
I want to try and go one year.
But I'm not like constantly working. Like you have to have like a job, a film job, to be able to have the time to go there for an entire week. It's like I can't call off work for a week to go watch movies. But yeah, what else did we watch in July?
What's the first thing? Was Miss Marvel your first?
For July, yeah.
Thor. Thor was my first technically that we haven't talked about yet. Because I had a few in the beginning of July, but I already covered those in the
Did I not rank Thor?
June episode.
There it is, Thor, July 7th. Yeah. We can talk about Thor. We can talk about Thor.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever talked about Thor with you. I talked about it with Carson and Nathan.
Yeah, because I think we recorded the June one like the day before Thor, I think.
Yeah, Thor was fun. I had a blast. My brother and I really liked Thor. I saw it by myself, and then I saw my brother when he got back from a vacation. I think it's a very fun movie with a lot of great heart to it. It doesn't look the best, but in general, I like what the movie was talking about, and I like where Taika took the character of Thor. I like whenever Taika gets a hold of the character. I mean, Taika in general like revitalized the character for me because I hated him and I didn't hate him. But I was indifferent. What's up, Edgar?
Yeah, he's here.
In the building.
Can you hear me?
We sure can. We sure can. Loud and clear.
We just started talking about Thor.
Thor, Love and
Thunder. Thor.
And I was saying,
do you have any last thoughts about Miss Marvel?
Yeah.
Miss Marvel. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed the series. I thought the middle episodes was the first ones and the last ones, but I think
that's
overall
what I was saying too.
It's probably one of their best series up there with
you guys are haters in the middle. Okay.
I think it's my number 3 after Loki and WandaVision.
Oh, you have it over WandaVision over Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Okay. Opinions are wrong, but it's okay. Just kidding. Yeah, WandaVision would be 3 for me as well. I think we go Loki, Miss Marvel, or it depends on the day. Miss Marvel or Loki, and then WandaVision somewhere after that. Yeah, but I think these are the best Disney Plus shows in general. Loki and Miss Marvel, in my opinion. I love Miss Marvel in general. Mando season 1 was great too. But yeah.
What about season 2?
They have a season 2? No, okay. Season 2 is like a mixed bag for me. It's like I like the first 3 episodes of season 2. Even then, the second episode was like okay, but I like episode 1.
I like Mando a lot, but I don't really care to defend it.
Yeah, I'm like Mando is one of those shows where like I'm watching it, I'm like I like this, it's a fun show, but then once it ends, I'm just like, what's next? It's like I don't really take the time to dive into the complexities of Mando.
Unlike hopefully Andor. When it comes out.
Maybe Mando season 3.
Hey, that trailer.
Andor wasn't it great? Andor, come on, that was great. That was lovely.
No, I'm saying it's great.
Yeah, that was amazing. I can't wait for that show. September 21st, a whole month delay. Damn.
It was supposed to be August 31st, right?
Yeah, so I guess it's a 3-week delay. But yeah. Thor. I think Chris Hemsworth is great as the character. I really liked Christian Bale as Gore. I think Despite the haters, I actually liked Christian Bale's performance. As he never delivers a bad performance, really.
He has
He had
as well.
you could tell he had a lot of fun with it.
Right? Yeah, he had a lot. There's a couple of sequences. Spoilers for Thor: Love and Thunder, obviously, but when he's talking to the kids, like the kids are worried about like is Thor gonna rescue us or whatever, and then Gore appears behind them just playing with somebody.
Oh, it's so good.
It's such
The
a great
visual.
scene. Yeah,
Yeah.
he just so effed. Oh, and then the best sequence in the movie, probably honestly, in a lot of Marvel Phase 4 right now, I loved the moon sequence or
The Shadow Realm.
The Shadow Realm
Shadow
sequence.
Realm,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
cool.
incredible sequence. I loved like the tension is building. Gore is so menacing there, and the way they shot it with the creatures in black and white. I was telling Nathan this reminded me of like Jason and the Argonauts, if you guys have seen that movie. But it's like the creatures moving at like a less frame rate than the other main characters, and it feels very like visceral and scary and creepy and just like old timey in a sense. So I really love the Shadow Realm sequence, and I like the end sequence of the movie too, between him, Jane. Thor, Jane, and Gore. I thought it was a very sentimental sequence.
Yeah.
In the reflection of the water and seeing eternity there. It felt grand, but it felt like unique and small at the same time. I liked Thor a lot. It's like a middle of the road Marvel movie, a little bit above middle for me.
Yeah, I think I'm a little less hot on it than you.
Yeah.
So
It's
I
funny
had a
because
fun time with it.
It's
alright.
funny because within our group of friends, I feel like the people that didn't really like Multiverse of Madness ended up liking this, and the people that like
honestly,
I'm the same way.
Didn't really like this.
Yeah, I think for me, like I give Thor and Multiverse of Madness the same score. I give like a 3.5 to both of them. Like I'm not
it
gonna.
Sounds like you like it more than Multiverse of Madness, though.
I'm just not gonna rewatch Multiverse of Madness anytime soon. I think it's a fine Marvel movie. I don't like what they did with Wanda. Really, I don't really. The theme of the movie is very solid, but just like Strange, the only one that gets some oomph in that movie.
That's
it's
how I think
goofy.
about this movie with Jane.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun time watching it, but I haven't thought about it again since the first time.
Yeah,
it's not a memorable one.
For me, this movie made me appreciate Ragnarok more, and I don't even really like that movie.
Maybe appreciate
Wow, you don't like
Multiverse of
Ragnarok?
Madness more.
It's fine. I don't hate it, but
Wow,
it's
Ragnarok was in my top 10 that I listed.
Was it?
Or top 12?
I like Ragnarok a lot more than this one. I think the themes were a lot better handled, and
I agree. It's a lot
shot better.
Yeah, it's funny because I think this movie probably has the stronger themes out of any Thor movie, but I don't really think
they weren't
it does
executed
much with it. Yeah,
it was too messy.
Yeah, I think if they executed a bit tighter, this could be a top tier Marvel movie.
Yeah, I think the third act is good, and everything they do with Jane is great, but I wish they committed more to it.
I agree. Yeah, I was kind of nervous for them to do the cancer storyline. So I'm like, it's a lot of like depth to handle a cancer storyline, especially in an MCU movie.
Yeah. And it's to juggle that with the constant like nonstop quips and jokes is like
jokes, which I don't mind.
It comes off really messy.
Yeah, I don't mind the quips and jokes. I loved it in Taika's. I like it in Ragnarok. But I don't think it worked as much here. Some of the jokes didn't. I love the goats are hilarious for me.
Every time the goats like yelled, I was laughing.
Great.
When they slammed you.
When they slammed the Shadow Realm, I died every time. Yeah, it was just great. But yeah, I'm the same way. But for me, yeah, it's kind of like I know you guys love Guardians Volume 2. I don't really love Guardians Volume 2. But for me, it's like a little bit of a step down, but still has a lot of heart to it. Which I appreciate in a lot of Marvel movies. But after that Black Panther trailer, I'm like, this could be our saving grace in terms of movies for the year. Like I love, this could be top tier. Ryan Coogler don't
could, like unite more people, whereas like last 4 have been really divisive.
Yeah, you're right. Before this was
Eternals, right? Thor,
Doctor Strange. Yeah, those are all like What's the Rotten Tomatoes of Eternals by now? It's like, is it 30% still?
30 something, 40 something.
That's crazy. I'm like, guys, come on.
That's insane.
That's insane to me. I'm like, the hot takes on Eternals is wild.
Eternals is fucking great.
It was solid, and I liked it even more as I
talked 47 right now.
Wow. That's crazy to me.
I'll say this about Eternals.
Out of 400 reviews.
A lot of these Marvel movies wish they were half as good as Eternals.
Yeah, and
I agree.
They wish they looked half as good as
Eternals. I don't love Eternals. It's not like one I'm going to revisit a lot, but I liked what a movie had to say.
Because like people say Phase 4 is too quippy and like just too reliant on humor. Then Eternals is not that at all.
The
there's some quips, but
it's
opposite. It's very like story focused and character focused.
I agree. It's interesting because a lot of reviewers I saw were like, Chloe Zhao was veering away from like what we love about Marvel movies.
That's the point. That is not what you want.
They did the same thing about Sam Raimi, where like Sam Raimi took this, made this a Sam Raimi movie instead of an MCU movie. I'm like,
that's what I want from Phase 4.
What are you guys talking about?
Go different.
Exactly. It's like I love.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi is so unique. Dustin did something very incredible with Shang-Chi, and then I love what Chloe Zhao did with Eternals. I love what Sam Raimi did for Multiverse of Madness. Like, despite me not loving the movie, I love the Sam Raimi like horror vibes of it. The vibe is immaculate. And even Thor, I like Taika doing Thor movies. I like his Thor movies, and it's just like I like when directors get to make their stamp on their Marvel movies, despite how divisive it is. I like it when directors have their unique stamp to it. And Phase 4 has
as much as I don't love Love and Thunder, I would take it any day over Thor 1 and 2 because it has a style.
I'm the same way.
A distinct style.
I hate to go back to the early July hot takes of Thor every day, but it's just like people are like, I'm starting to miss. I'm
someone who doesn't hate Dark World.
Fuck up. I hate this.
And I don't hate Dark World. I think it's like decent. It's not as bad as people say it is, but it's not better than what Taika's doing with the character.
I haven't rewatched Thor: The Dark World in a minute, but you're right. Like, it's not
There's some redeemable elements from it.
I've seen bad movies. There's no MCU movie where I'm like, this is just bad. The Dark World is just like it's very.
It's not X-Men 3 bad.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, it's not X-Men 3 bad. It's not like Apocalypse.
Suicide Squad bad.
Suicide Squad. You're right. Yeah, it's just like it's something I'll never watch. Like I'll watch it when I'm doing a binge or whatever. But anyways, it's just like the visuals there are cool. But I would rather see Thor: Love and Thunder 20,000 times than watch Thor: The Dark World. Like the visuals, I understand, but movies aren't just visuals to me. Like, tell me the theme of Thor: The Dark World. What's it about? Nobody knows. It's like it's just that it looks good. Asgard looks good. It does. It looks great. It looks better than Thor: Love and Thunder. Sure. I don't give a shit. I can watch Thor riding a bicycle in an alley more than I can watch Thor: The Dark World. It's like I don't care what it looks like. It kills me. It's the same thing with Ragnarok, where it's like, oh, the visuals on that scene with Hela and Odin look awful. So what? It's like a 5-minute sequence. I'm like, I don't care. I understand Marvel VFX did it better.
Come on.
What?
It's Kate Blanchett, so come
on. Right? Cheesing it up, and I loved it. It's great. But yeah, we can move on. That's the early July talk. What's next? What do you guys got?
Edgar, what was your first watch?
My first watch, damn, pretty interesting one. I don't know if you guys heard of this, The Princess on Hulu.
Oh, you watched that?
You watched that? I mean, Edgar watches everything. So, yeah. Tell us about that shit fast. It looked awful.
I mean, it is pretty. It's not the worst thing that I've seen this year, but it is pretty bad.
It's better than Gray Man.
All I know is that it's like a weird stylist.
Yeah, I mean the trailer honestly didn't look.
All I know is that Natalie Holt composed it. Was the score at least good?
From what I remember, honestly, I don't really remember the score, but that's just maybe the movie. But anyway, the movie for me is like imagine like John Wick Chapter 2 in medieval times, but the movie really doesn't do anything with it. Like
that's a
the
cool
movie's
concept,
about. Yeah, like there's this like princess being like kept hostage in her own castle, and she escapes, and then everybody starts like hunting for her, and because she knows the castle so well because she grew up on it, like she's able to like trick like knights or like hunters or whatever, and kill them because she's like a trained warrior or whatever. And the concept is cool, but again, they don't really do anything with the concept.
Oh, wow.
Joy King it's fun though. She looks like she's having a good time. Yeah.
Okay, great. I heard she's good, and I heard the vibe is really interesting. Like I saw the trailer and it looked very interesting and unique. I just haven't got the chance to.
I think the only thing I've seen Joey Keenan is Conjuring.
Conjuring. Oh yeah.
Oh, she's the girl in Conjuring.
Yeah, she was
Yeah, in the
like
first
doing
one.
the kids.
Oh, she
Huh.
was in the Dark Knight Rises.
I haven't
Who is
seen
she?
her in
The
like any
fuck
of
is she
her
in Dark Knight
recent stuff.
Rises?
She's like the young version of what's her face?
Of Talia.
Yeah, Talia.
Rachel. Where is she? Talia. Where is she?
Marion Cotillard.
Yeah. Man, I haven't watched Dark Knight Rises since 2012.
So I know she's been doing the Kissing Booth series, which is
Yeah, I guess she's gonna be
highly regarded.
I guess she's
Very-
gonna be in Bullet Train, so
Oh wow. Everybody's in that fucking movie.
I'm seeing Bullet Train tomorrow.
I'm tired of those
too.
fucking trailers. Oh my
Me too.
god! I was like, I've seen the whole movie now. Thank you. I've seen the whole movie. It's crazy to me. I try to walk away. I try to look down. I try to text. I'm like, I've seen the whole movie. I've seen.
That was me with Nope with the second trailer.
Oh man.
Hey, don't disrespect now.
No, I'm saying what I didn't want to watch it because I didn't want to be spoiled.
Yeah. Like I saw Brad Pitt get on the train. I see the train doing all these shit. I'm like, is this him after the train crash? Like, I have no idea. I just want to see the movie already. I want to see
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
it'll be fun, but it's David Leitch, so I'm not that excited for it.
Is it Leitch or Leach?
I don't know.
I always said Leach. I'm more of a Leach guy.
But
The
Deadpool
lesser
2
of the
is,
John
like,
Wick
not good.
director.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fucked up.
Deadpool 2 sucks.
I mean, I wouldn't really say that, but I mean, Hobson.
I haven't watched it since release, but
I agree. I haven't watched it since release either. It's not that memorable. I mean, I've watched Deadpool since 2016. Yeah. Yeah. And Deadpool is gonna have like a 10-year high. Like Deadpool came out in 2018, Deadpool 2 at least. And by this time, like Josh will tell us when we get the release dates for T23. But I think Deadpool 2
probably face hits, yeah.
probably 2024, 2026, yeah, 2025. I mean, so yeah, it's gonna be a long time wait.
But anyway, going back to the movie,
yeah,
another movie that I watched around that time, like a day or two after.
Mm-hmm.
You guys really need to check it out. It's really good. Good luck to you, Leo Grande.
I watched it this month.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Go talk about it. Is this the sex coach one?
It's with Emma Thompson, yeah.
Yeah. It's like a sex therapist or something like that.
It's work, yeah.
Yeah. How was it? I didn't. It just didn't look that appealing to me. But I heard
it's a Sundance movie that I missed at Sundance. So
yeah, I heard people raving about it at Sundance.
Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I thought it was very charming for the subject matter. I think Emma Thompson, like I know a lot of people are trying to like push for her for like awards.
She's not getting anything.
She
was great.
But
she was really good.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed it. I think I don't think I've ever seen the guy in anything else, but he's really good. Leo Grande.
What's his name?
Daryl McCormick or something like that.
Daryl McCormick, yeah.
Yeah.
So the movie's about like this old woman in her like 60s, 70s, and she's like realize her husband dies and realize she hasn't really explored much of her youth and what she can do like sexually and stuff. So she hires a sex worker, and they start to like develop a relationship with feelings and stuff.
It's also like a
clash.
Yeah, it's also like a one location movie, which is really interesting.
Whoa, really?
It all takes place in like a hotel room.
I didn't know that. I mean, I saw a poster in a hotel room, but I thought they, leave the hotel room.
I mean, they eventually leave to the lobby, but I mean, that's not really.
That's the end of the movie.
But yeah, it's really good. It's really charming, what Edgar said, and the two leads are great, and it really goes like deeper than you would think into like the subject matter.
Yeah, it's not even just about like sexuality. It's also about like the importance of like forming strong like human connections, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah,
that aspect of the movie.
Okay, wow. Yeah,
and the score is really good too. I love the music for it.
Okay, wow, interesting. Is what was I gonna say? It's on Hulu, right?
It's part of like the Hulu Searchlight deal.
Okay.
If we want to block those together, I also watched Fire Island this month.
Fire Island, is that Hulu too?
It's the Hulu Searchlight, yeah.
I'll have to put it on my list.
It was really fun. It was wonderful. It was a bunch of so it's basically this group of gay men who go to this island called Fire Island, which is like an annual thing where a bunch of like gay people or queer people go to like celebrate their queerness and like freedom and stuff for like a week on this island. So it's basically just a rom-com with that format and under that like that lens, basically.
A lot of people are loving this.
It was really fun.
A lot of my friends in like the Raylo fandom and stuff. I've seen people talk about this, tweet about this all the time. Like it's does it have like a Pride and Prejudice feel to it or something like that?
I think so, yeah. Words like enemies to lovers.
Yeah, I mean, I love that. There's that in this movie?
Yeah, that's the main relationship.
Okay, then I gotta watch it. I love me enemies. It's the best trope of all time.
Boyan Yang from SNL, he's great in this.
Honestly, I might watch it tonight after this podcast.
Yeah, Joel Kim.
You got me at enemies to lovers. I love it.
You'd love this. Even, yeah.
I love enemies to lovers. Okay,
it's just really fun. And Tomias Matos, he's like a supporting character. He is still good. Everything he says is hilarious.
Wow. Okay.
It's fun.
I got myself. I mean, I need to stop watching movies because between Big Brother distracting me, I'm playing video games all night. Like I stayed up to like 5 o'clock last night playing video games. Like, I gotta stop.
What were you playing?
Bloodborne. I keep dying. I spent 200.
I need to play that. I've always wanted to.
It is amazing. I get angry. I throw my controller everywhere across the room. But it's a fun game, despite my anger outbursts.
But yeah, watch Fire Island.
Fire Island. Great. Okay, you guys got Fire Island. Okay, yeah. Now that bodies is next week. Fuck you, A24. I might just like watch. Or the one Apple movie comes out this weekend, right? Luck.
Oh, the Skydance animation.
Yeah, that looked interesting.
Okay.
I'll watch that.
Do you want to talk about the other Hulu Searchlight movie that you just watched today, Edgar?
Oh, I mean, technically it's August, but yeah, sure, we can.
It came out last month, and I watched it last month.
What did you guys watch? Tell me.
Not Okay, starring Zoe Deutsch.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to watch this. Fuck.
Can we talk about the premise? Because I feel like the premise is. I didn't know what the movie was about, and I was like, oh,
what's this?
Yeah, it's in the trailer. It's in the trailer. It's like she's not great. She's taking advantage of a terrorist.
It's an unlikable female protagonist, is what they would start.
As the warning would say.
Yeah. Which, by the way, let me just talk about this. It's interesting that they're advertising.
I think they did that just to be like a quirky thing because the movie is really quirky. That is what they were going for.
You don't have to advertise an unlikable female protagonist.
Because it's a female or it's a woman director. So
yeah, because I'm like, there's so many unlikable men in movies. Just like they don't advertise like, oh, this guy's unlikable. It's like no, it's just he's a human character. But
the thing is about this movie and why it's so like all over the place for me is because Zoe Deutsch is so likable. So it's kind of hard for her to play that.
Yeah.
That's so how is it? Main problems with it.
Is it good, bad, what?
I personally I think it's good. It hits hard enough with the themes and what it's going for, but I think they could have gone a lot deeper.
Okay.
And it's just very all over the place because it doesn't really balance the humor and the psychotics of this character while with the like heavier themes and heavier situations.
That's what I'm worried about because you see the trailer and it's like she's talking about like the terrorism attack, but that's some hardcore shit right there. And I know, but I know it's supposed to be quirky too. So I'm like, how is it balancing that?
Yeah.
And not to spoil much, but the main character who she like develops a friendship with in her like support group is a survivor of a school shooting. So and they really they go really like deep or not as deep, but they go like into heavier topics. And that actress who played that character, Mia Isaac, she's phenomenal.
She's great. Yeah,
like the highlight of the movie. She's incredible.
She deserves to blow up after this.
Yeah.
I thought the movie was very predictable. Is the liar trope gets caught lying, whatever. I will give the movie credit for not, I guess, sort of spoilers for not trying to give the main character like a redemption arc or whatever.
I was gonna say that, they don't really try to like redeem her as much.
Yeah,
that's good.
And
how about her boyfriend, Dylan? How's Dylan?
Oh yeah, he's fun.
He's hilarious.
Dylan's really fun. Fucking best. I love Dylan.
He's just playing Pete Davidson.
Oh, that's great.
He's just a stoner.
It's like a mixture of Pete Davidson and Justin Bieber.
Oh, that's amazing. Dylan is. I haven't seen Dylan give a bad performance.
He has a really good line where like he breaks character for a second.
That's
amazing. Breaks like the accent.
He was in Curb Your Enthusiasm season 10 or 11. And he was just so great in that role.
He was great in the outfit this year.
The outfit. Oh yeah, the outfit.
All right.
Yeah, but oh yeah, he is in the outfit. Yeah, he's great in that. Her and again, yeah, they like doing movies together. Couples do a lot of movies together.
But yeah, Zoe Deutsch is great, and like as much as you hate that character, you can't like not like her. She's just wonderful and everything.
You know, Kevin Feige's on the phone call right now. Like, I need my Cyclops and Jean Grey. I could go for.
Oh my God, she would crush. Zoe. She would be such a good Jean Grey.
She's great. Between her and Sadie Sink, I mean, I love those choices. But yeah, what's next?
Evan, you wanna?
Bring
up something.
For me, I watched. Let me talk about this. Miss Marvel. I guess I haven't watched a lot in July. All right, I guess I'm only doing movies here. But we can the Bear. We can do.
I was gonna say the Bear. We talked about the Bear.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that an ice cream truck?
Yeah. Do you guys have?
Yeah.
Oh wow. But I was like, oh, we can find fancy ringtone. Oh yeah, we can talk about the Bear. The Bear was great.
Phenomenal series.
I think I watched this in June. But yeah, we talked about July and everybody else saw it.
Yeah, it came out in like late June. Then I didn't like hear
nobody talked about it
until like early of July.
At the end of every podcast, I was like, by the way, if you guys are watching The Bear, I really recommend it.
You said that?
It's great. Not the last one we did, but like Hyperpace Hype or Michael Petit. I'd always be like, watch The Bear if you're not.
Then like it just blew up on Twitter. Everyone started watching it in like middle of July.
Yeah, because The Bear was such a vibe. I binged it at my mom's house.
It's basically the chef meets the Safdies.
Yeah. That's a good point. Because it has that chaotic, tense, relentless feel to it. But just like the Safdies, these kids are so rootable, relatable.
There's so much heart in it, too.
So much heart to it. Exactly. Right? You can't help but sympathize with certain characters, despite how much of an asshole certain characters are being in a certain moment. Like, holy shit. And the direction is great. It feels very lived in and very like you're in the kitchen. The kitchen is a character within itself, right?
Yeah.
It's cliche to say. But like the setting is a character, and just the vibe of trying to control the bear environment from within. It was great.
And how it like dives into the themes of like mental health and like in working conditions, environments.
Mm-hmm.
And the performances, like Jeremy Allen White as the lead, is incredible.
Perfect.
Ayla Adiberi as Sydney was like one of the stars of the series.
She's the star of the series. As soon as I started watching, I'm like, okay, I started to instantly gravitate towards her. She's great. But yeah, I think he was famous.
We have to talk about Ida.
I was gonna say he was famous from Shameless. I never watched that show, but yeah.
Oh right.
I've seen a couple of seasons of it. He's pretty good in it.
Okay. Yeah,
we have to talk about episode 7, the one that was like 25 minutes long, all in one take, like a fucking like achievement in filmmaking.
I was flabbergasted. Like I was watching my mom, and we were watching it. We're like, "Is the episode over already?" Like my heart's beating, and I'm just like, "That was too fast and chaotic." What's gonna happen next? And it was just.
I didn't realize it was one take until like,
me neither.
And that's what makes a good one take is that you don't realize it.
Not until people started talking about it on Twitter. I'm like, oh wait, it's one take? Holy shit! Okay, cool.
I need to go watch it again.
Me too, because I didn't have. I was so captivated by everything going on and the yelling, cousin.
Those DoorDash orders.
I got stabbed. I've been stabbed. Oh shit! It's great. Oh man.
Yeah, then the finale wraps it up and like brings that heart to like full front. And so good.
I know it's a meme now, but John Berthal, spoilers for the Bear. Spoilers for the Bears. The Bear. John Berthal taking on roles where he dies or has died. I'm just like,
John Berthal's like one of the greatest supporting actors of like all time.
All time. So like
every fucking thing he's in is incredible.
Widows, Wind River,
Sicario,
4V Ferrari. Like this guy is.
Oh, King Richard, he's fantastic. King Richard,
he should have been nominated. Was he nominated?
Yeah, he wasn't.
He wasn't. But shit, like this guy comes out out of nowhere and just takes it by the horns, and that last scene where he's like looking at his brother and just like, oh, I'm dying inside. It was great. It's just don't forget about the spaghetti, man.
And
It's
as
the
we're in
spaghetti.
season 2, which
Wow.
I'm conflicted because I of course want more of these characters, but I think it wrapped up really well.
The kitchen never sleeps. There's always chaos, man.
That's a great point. Yeah, the kitchen never sleeps, kind of like Daredevil. Hell's Kitchen never sleeps.
It could be like an anthology, maybe, or it could just be like a time jump or something.
Don't do that.
No,
Don't do that.
Nah, they're not gonna waste this cast just
Yeah,
for
that's
one season.
Exactly. What was I gonna say? Yeah. Whenever I hear about like a popular show getting a season 2, you either get like the great, I don't know, like a lot of great shows have had great season
or
2s,
you get Big
but-
Little Lies.
I was just gonna say you get Big Little Lies, which is my dad and I, because we watched that show together. We always like, I'll never forget going on the phone with my dad after Big Little Lies season 2 finale, and we were just like yelling at each other for like an hour about what the fuck we just watched. Like this show sucked. Season 2 is
the memes, though. The memes.
The memes are great.
Meryl Streep was good. In that show.
Was she?
Yes.
Was she? She was screaming every episode.
Exactly.
She's just screaming at Reese Witherspoon. Reese is like, how's your morning? I was like, okay, you're crazy. Season 2 is one of the worst sophomore shows I've ever seen.
It makes sense why it's such a mess, because I guess they changed like directors and showrunners like halfway. So
yeah, rest in
they
peace
fired
to
the main director or showrunner.
Rest in peace to John. I forget his last name, but yeah, he's one of the best HBO directors. And he died.
Sharp Objects, Little Lies.
He died like 2 years ago. I'm like, yeah, he was a great director. But yeah, they changed directors, and it was a mess.
It showed.
It showed, and it was all over the place. I think they might have even brought him back for a couple episodes or so. But it was just a mess. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was Jean-Marc Vallée was the director of season 1. Then he decided not to do season 2, so they brought in Andrea Arnold, and I just HBO hated it for some reason and fired her halfway through.
Which
I'm sure was probably better than what they got.
Yeah, it was just all over the place. Yeah, Jean-Marc Vallée, man, he left a mark on HBO. He was great. Yeah. Sharp Objects is phenomenal. But yeah, Big Little Lies. Like, I don't want this to get Big Little Lies, but
I feel like this show gives me more like Barry vibes in terms of like season 1 ends in a pretty decent note that you don't really know where they can take it in a season 2, but then season 2 comes out and then you're like, okay, this makes sense.
Yeah. I think this show's good enough for it to like survive multiple seasons.
Because he has his place now. Instead of calling it like, I forget what it was called initially, but now he calls it the Bear. So like he took ownership, but like what happens when you take ownership of your place now? Like you honored your brother, you're over that.
But also, there's like not as much family drama, which is like why I think maybe we don't need a season 2.
Yeah. It's gonna be like the family things seem to be subsided, but every family always has issues, right? You're never just hunky dory. So I could see new stuff arising. I could see new secrets arising. I can see there's always going to be chaos in the kitchen. So that's going to be
Mark is the MVP.
Oh yeah, he's great. Yeah, I love everybody in that show. Yeah, what's next?
I want to talk about a few like older movies I watched for the first time.
Oh yeah, Edgar. I was talking to Josh. I was like, Josh only watches movies like modern day or in the very far past. Like
that's not true. I just started watching like these 1930s, 40s movies. I got a lot of Criterions.
Terminator. I'm like, oh my god.
You haven't seen Terminator?
No.
Oh my god.
I've seen Terminator Salvation.
Oh great. The worst one. Yeah, that's great.
Is that the worst one? Genesis?
Yeah, you're right. Now that I'm like,
Genesis
is pretty bad.
Is that how they call it?
Yeah.
The one with Emilia Clarke.
Yeah. Poor Emilia, man. That movie burned her from doing blockbusters.
But yeah, so I did a little double feature with Cary Grant and Katharine Hepburn.
Tell me all about it.
Holiday and The Philadelphia Story. 2 classic like screwball comedies from the late 30s, early 40s.
Holiday, 1938.
And Holiday is my favorite of the 2. I think it's fantastic. It like balances being a screwball, which is like people just going crazy in comedies, and it balances that with also having like deep themes and being a really good rom-com between Cary Grant and Katharine Hepburn. So
I love
definitely recommend that.
rom-coms. Katharine Hepburn's one of the best actresses of all time.
She is. She's like she's incredible in these two movies.
I haven't seen this. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. But so yeah, what's it about really? It's about like a holiday. What holiday is it?
It's about so Cary Grant is married to Katharine Hepburn's sister, or about to marry her sister, and eventually like at a New Year's party, they meet, and Katharine Hepburn and Cary Grant spend some time together with Cary Grant's friends, and basically the father of the two sisters and the sister that Cary Grant's character is to marry are both like the rich stereotype, like uptight and not wanting to have fun. So when Cary Grant's friends, which he comes from poverty and not from like rich family. So when he invites his friends, they like are down to earth and like to have fun, and like Katharine Hepburn, she's like the black sheep of the family. So they have like their own party while the big party is happening, and they develop feelings for each other, and like they end up being. She ends up leaving, or Cary Grant ends up leaving the sister for Katharine Hepburn, and it's really good.
Yeah, I just see that. I love a good rom-com. I love a good classic. So I have to watch. How'd you watch this one?
Criterion.
I
think it's on HBO Max.
Did you pay for it or? Oh,
yeah, I have the Blu-ray.
Oh, you get the Blu-ray for it. Okay, I didn't know. Okay, got it. It looks like it's not on HBO Max, but interesting. I'm probably
Philadelphia Story is on HBO Max if you want to watch that.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about that one.
It's another screwball comedy.
2 years after Holiday.
Yeah. Katharine Hepburn, Cary Grant, and James Stewart from Rear Window, which is what I know.
His best role. Yeah.
Between
that,
it's fun. It's a bunch of like good-looking people just being funny, which is like what more can you ask for?
I think this is one that the great Patrick Willems talked about one time.
Yeah, and they're both directed by George Cukor, which is like a really, really good director.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
he did what was it My Fair Lady and Gaslight and the Audrey Hepburn, A Star Is Born. So he's a good director.
The Hepburns, killing it. Yeah, I've always wanted to watch these classic movies on HBO Max that I've never gotten a chance to watch. That's why HBO Max is the best. That's good. It really is. Yeah.
And I also watched like towards the end of the month, I watched Bringing Up Baby, which is another screwball comedy with Katharine Hepburn and Cary Grant. This movie's fucking wild. It's back when comedies were all about people either yelling at each other, falling, or just like causing chaos. So it was really fun to watch.
I miss that. We need more romance movies in general. Yeah, but yeah, that's great to hear.
You want to also watch movie?
Yes.
I also watched A Gentleman Prefer Blondes, which is also by the same director, Howard Hantz. It's a old school musical with Marilyn Monroe as the star. I'm sure you know the number Diamonds Are Girl's Best Friend from like those sampled in like Harvard and Birds of Prey and stuff. And yeah, it's just a good musical.
Wow. So are you watching these like on a daily basis, like new movie every day?
I've been watching them a lot more. Yeah, I've have some more Criterions on the way. And
yeah. I need to hurry up. I got school starting in 15 days, and I'm like, I need to watch as many movies and TV shows before I get
That's what I'm doing. I'm on a break from work right now, so I'm just watching as many movies as I can.
Exactly, before being a teacher and going back to work again. I'm just like, oh, fuck me. But yeah, Edgar, were you about to say something about romance earlier? Or?
There's a semi rom-com movie on HBO Max. I believe it's a remake from the one from Steve Martin, Father of the Bride.
Oh, you watched this?
Oh, I didn't hear. I didn't hear the best reviews for it. How was it?
It's Andy Garcia, right? Is like
yeah.
I've seen the Steve Martin one.
Yeah, I mean it's just basically Crazy Rich Asians for Latinos. I mean it's not anything special. I didn't hate it. I had a fun time with it, but I I really like Andy Garcia when he's given funny lines. So I think
Same.
he's better here than he is in fucking Ghostbusters. I'll tell you that. But
yeah, Andy Garcia is always great. He's always funny, and I like him.
Speaking of Andy Garcia, good segue.
Oh, no.
I also
You watched Ocean's 11?
I watched the Mamma Mia movies.
Oh no,
he's in those.
He's in the second one, yeah.
Oh man,
As who?
As
I don't
Fernando.
remember. Fernando.
His character is named Fernando just because Cher could sing Fernando to him.
Yeah. I think I remember it now.
How was your experience?
Masterpieces of cinema. Boy. Everything they're what movies should strive to be. They're fun. They're funny. They're good music, good vibes. Performances are amazing. That whole cast is drunk off their asses and having the time of their lives. It's amazing.
Wow. I mean, that's all I've heard about this movie. The franchise in general. People, drunk actors and actresses just singing their ass off. And
you have Stellan Skarsgård crawling on a roof.
Yeah.
He's crawling on a roof and singing ABBA's "Take a Chance on Me." Cinema.
Andor Stellan Skarsgård.
The three dads are Stellan Skarsgård, Colin Firth, and Pierce Brosnan.
I knew Colin was in it. Pierce Brosnan.
Baron Harkonnen himself.
Oh man, they got.
And we also have Meryl Streep. As the mother. We have Amanda Seyfried as the lead. Dominic Cooper. Lily James plays Meryl Streep's character in the second one, and
I knew Lily James was in it. Yeah, I love
Meryl.
I prefer I think the first one's better, but the second one has Lily James. So.
Yeah, Meryl Streep her role in the second one is so funny. If you know, you know.
Yeah, the credit sequence of both movies are just like cinema, amazing.
Wow. We need great credit sequences again.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
They don't do them as often as they do anymore.
Have you seen these movies, Edgar?
Yeah.
You have?
A long time ago. Yeah. I don't rave about them, but yeah, I have seen them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm never gonna watch these movies. Never gonna watch them.
I remember
missing out, Evan.
I remember the second one more than the first. I'll say that.
It's newer, probably.
Yeah. Complete the trilogy.
Oh no. Who directed these movies?
I don't know.
Meryl Streep. She directed.
Somebody who was drunk, probably.
Christopher Nolan. Holy shit.
Philly Lloyd.
Okay, so it's a nobody director. Interesting.
And the second one was
sorry, Felita.
Old Parker.
The fuck.
So random directors, but honestly, the first one is actually really well shot, and the editing is fucking great.
Sure, it is.
No, it is it's like missing, or it has what a lot of blockbusters are missing right now. It's very dynamic and editing.
American blockbusters.
I do remember I do remember the sets from the first one. Like I believe
sets.
Isn't there a musical number and they're jumping in between a building or something like that?
Yeah, they're really well crafted.
Yeah.
Yeah, the costumes are great. The production design is great. Surprisingly, really well crafted.
Wow. The best picture goes to fucking Mamma Mia.
Surprised nobody died in the making of these.
Wow. When did these come out? Are these late
2009 and 2018.
Wow. Wait, there's a 9-year gap.
Yeah.
Fuck. Damn.
Or 2008 and 2018. So 10-year gap.
You could say it's a legacy sequel.
It is. A hint to what's coming.
Is 9 years a legacy sequel?
I mean, is Jackass Forever a legacy sequel? Yes, and that is 10 years.
I don't watch those movies.
Which
You're missing out.
You would never
have some fun with your life, Evan.
I'm good. You would never. Somebody could put a gun to my head and I'll take the bullet over watching Jackass movies. That's ridiculous. Oh, there's people doing.
Forever is a lot of fun.
I don't want to watch a movie people doing dumb things. That sounds awful. That's why I never watched those stupid cartoons growing up, like Family Guy or the Short People. What was it called?
That's not the same.
I don't know. Just screwball comedy is not my jam. I would never watch.
That's
What?
totally different.
It's we're stupid people doing stupid shit. Never gonna watch it. Never gonna watch it.
This is real though. It's not
Oh,
fake.
really?
It's real
Yeah.
life.
I don't care.
Real
It's
sets,
people.
practical effects.
Oh, thank you, JJ Abrams. It's just, I'm done watching people doing dumb stuff. Give me a movie. Give me dark shit. That's what I come here for.
Give me dark shit.
What are you, a film bro?
Yes. Give me my
You're a
Akira
Nolan bro?
Kurosawa.
Snyder bro.
No, yeah. Give me
Your
a
gray
Snyder
man's.
cut. Yeah, give me a gray man. Gray man.
Sedway.
We can talk about the gray man right now. Get it over with.
I haven't seen it yet.
This
so
movie's a
tell you.
movie. It's a movie. It's a
It's
movie.
boring.
It's boring.
It's boring.
But like some of the action sequences are fun. Like
I've heard
like,
there's some good action sequences. That's all. I've
Yeah,
heard.
there's.
Are
it's
there,
hard,
though?
It's hard to explain. Like,
Are they?
for
Are
me, I would say so. I would say I don't think they're well staged, but it's hard to explain. But it's Ryan Gosling doing crazy action sequences that are sometimes fun to watch. Other times, it's like going through the motions. It's just a lot of action without any kind of cohesive story to connect it all. It's just
it's the lesser Ambulance of this year.
Really?
It really is. Like Ambulance had some heart that I can really connect with the characters. This one, they tried to have some heart through the use of this daughter character.
The daughter,
yeah. But it's just like she's great. She's cool.
Is Ana de Armas good, please?
Look,
She wasted.
She's wasted. Oh,
everybody's wasted.
Let me do a rant on directors wasting Jessica Henwick. Stop!
Oh, again?
Wasting Jessica Henwick.
No.
Please stop.
Thankfully, Ryan Johnson is about to change that.
Thank you. Oh, I've heard from people that supporting actress could go to Janelle Monáe.
That's what I've heard too.
Janelle Monáe stuff.
I have her on my dual derby now.
Oh, great. But I'm like, stop wasting. Is Iron Fist the only one that uses her well? Like she's the best part about Iron Fist. But even then, she could be so much better.
She's great in Matrix, but yeah, she doesn't have that much screen time.
She's great in the Matrix, but yeah, it's you come to watch the two main characters, Neo and Trinity. She's good in it, but she's not like the lead. She could be the star of the next John Wick series if you want, like instead of
just let her be Iron Fist.
Honestly, please do.
That's what I want.
Honestly, she'd be a great X-23 if they ever want to do that.
Ooh, yeah.
I kind of want the MCU to fast forward to X-23 because, unpopular opinion, I think she's more interesting than Wolverine. Logan, I mean, because she is Wolverine. But I'm just like, I'm so tired of people wasting Jessica Henwick. She gets limited to just yelling at Chris Evans the entire movie.
Really?
It's so bad. But guess what? Yeah. Oh, there might be a sequel, and she's badass now. I'm like,
isn't there a whole franchise now? Isn't that what they said?
It's fucking dumb.
They're doing a sequel and a spinoff, I think. I'm not sure. I'm just like,
someone stop the Russo brothers.
Somebody stop
Netflix, please.
Netflix, yeah, because they want their extractions. They want their.
You have it. You have Stranger Things. You have Knives Out.
They want the Red Notice 2 and 3. What are you doing?
Man, I really wish Amazon or Apple bought Knives Out.
Yeah,
they deserve it more.
Yeah,
that's fine.
They do.
Yeah.
They do deserve it more.
I mean, it's come to a point where Apple is killing it with TV shows. Pachinko, Ted Lasso.
I need to finish. I need to get back to Severance. I really need
to. I need to watch that. I've
seen the first episode.
Top 5 show of the year. Top 5. Yeah, Severance is great.
Do you want to talk a little TV real quick?
Let's go on to TV. Let's do some TV.
Only Murders season 2.
Rocks.
Watched it.
Good stuff.
Yeah. It is
good shit.
Phenomenal.
Good shit.
I'm loving it.
I'm loving it.
I'm liking a lot more than season 1.
Oh wow!
Season 1, I liked the first.
That is a hot take. That is
really?
I think it's a hot take.
Wow, I think it's a lot better than season 1.
Wow, I mean, season 1's fucking fantastic.
Season 1's great, but I think I really liked the first 2 episodes. Then they really get into the subplot with Maisel's old friends and that horrible actor who played her friend. I think it was fucking terrible.
Oh no! Who played the guy who got shot in that first episode?
No,
the guy with the hoodie.
Yeah, hoodie guy.
You think he's terrible?
I think he was a bad actor. Yeah.
Oh man, I thought he was.
But I wasn't really that interested in like that subplot. Whereas everything in this season is like really fascinating and it's really hitting like every mark for me.
I don't know
I mean,
about that. I mean,
I
it's
don't know,
good. I really
uh,
like
yeah,
season 2, but
I'm
I need to
loving
watch
season 2.
I need to watch the whole picture in order to judge it.
I agree. I think right now I'm enjoying the mystery. Oh, by the way, the Charles's daughter, what's her name? Lucy.
She's great.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
She's
Can
really
she be in every
good, yeah.
episode, please? Because I love the one from last week, not the one that just came out. Which I like. I like this.
There's
week's
one
episode
tonight
too.
also. I'm excited about that.
Oh shit, you're right. I like the one 2 episodes ago where she was the main star of it.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really well done episode.
I've loved every episode. Maybe it's also because I waited a bit and binged them all until like last week's
Me
episode.
too.
So maybe
That's what I
that's
did.
why I like it a lot
Oh,
more.
I'm watching week to week, yeah. Or I watched it when it first, like the 2 episodes came out on the same day. But because I'm like, there are only 2 episodes left already. Holy shit!
There's 8 episodes.
Yeah, I mean that's what Hulu has so far. But what was I going to say? But yeah, I think season 1 was very tight. I love the dynamic between Charles and what became the
trio.
The trio.
The trio's really good, and they're just as good in this season.
They're just as great this season. The jokes are just phenomenal.
See, I think I really like the like storyline with Cara Delevingne and that character and how
I was
it plays in
iffy on that storyline
Mabel.
until this latest episode.
The cliffhanger in last week's episode was insane.
Insane. Because I was like, I love this relationship between Cara and Selena, but I don't know where it's going. How is it going to connect? But now we're seeing it connect. And I'm like, oh, whoa, that betrayal was brutal to watch.
And then spoilers for last week's episode, she just fucking stabbed someone on Subway.
Yeah, I want to add that. Like,
yeah.
maybe it's gone crazy. I'm like, what happened?
I wonder how they play with that.
It's very clearly like PTSD, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna come up to me on a Subway. You're getting shanked, motherfucker. But but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, this show, it's written so tightly. Like, there's so many great threads that once they all connect, you just has a great through line. Like, for example, season 1, I like seeing everything go. I like the guessing every week. I like seeing Charles and what became the serial killer in season 1. I like seeing that whole thing connect because it had a lot of heart to it. But then there's like a good betrayal and mystery each week.
I really love this season. I think it was episode 2 or 3 when they focused fully on Jane Howdyshell's character, like the one who died.
Oh yeah.
Like the day in her life, like her last day in life. That was a really good episode.
By the way, theory time. It's definitely the waiter. That's what my theory is. I think it's the waiter. It's like for mysteries, if you introduce a character in the first 2 episodes of the episode or season, whatever it is, and they don't show him again, I'm like, I think the waiter is my lead suspect. I'm not going off of anything, but that's just who I think it is.
Do you think Nathan Lane coming back is just red herring?
Yeah, Nathan Lane. But it could be the father of his child.
Also, season 2, I'm checking IMDb. It's supposedly to be 10 episodes. So
10 episodes. Yeah. Okay, great.
4 more episodes.
4 more episodes, great. Because Hulu just has episode 8 or up to episode 8. But great. I'm game for more. But yeah, Selena Gomez should be fucking nominated next year.
It was a snub. I don't understand that.
Disgraceful. Because she is just as great as Steve Martin and Steve Martin Short.
That dynamic is just one of the best things like of the decade so far in television. It's so good.
It's great. They're just hilarious. They're pitch perfect together.
Because Steve Martin and Martin Short, like that's a great dynamic already. Then you add Selena Gomez, is really, really interesting.
And then you add the daughter in this season.
Yeah,
it's even better.
Even better. She should be a mainstay. Upgraded season regular goal for season 3.
Yeah. One of my favorite bits, not only of this season, but like the whole show, is Charles sending his double to do his dirty laundry
Jane Lynch,
at the jail. Yeah.
That last scene with Jane Lynch and the ex-girlfriend was phenomenal. I
love the party scene too.
Great.
Oh, the transitions are really good.
Oh, those transitions, perfect. Yeah, season 2 is great. And please keep going. Don't end it at season 3 like Ted Lasso.
See, I think Ted Lasso fits for season 3 because I'm a believer of like ending the story when you know it should end and not like dragging it out.
I don't know how it ends though. Like I don't feel like it should end at season 3. Give me 4 seasons.
I don't know. If they have an ending, if they have an ending,
I know. But I love Ted Lasso so much.
That's why I think Mando should end though at season 3 or 4.
That's ridiculous.
At least 5.
Yeah, I don't even know who Mando is yet. Don't end it at season 3. Who is this guy? It's like it's been 2 seasons. I don't know who the fuck he is. Give me a 3rd season and then we'll see. Like for me,
okay, I want to talk about another show real quick that you guys aren't watching and you fucking need to watch because it's some of the most insane shit I've ever seen. The Rehearsal.
You're going.
The Rehearsal. Nathan Fielder.
I'm good.
Do you know what the show's about?
Not at all.
Not at all, and I don't want to know. I kind of want to go in blind, but
I won't spoil much, but it is wild and every episode ups the ante. Kind of. It's not a reality show. It's like the basic premise is, without spoiling much, this guy, he did Nathan For You, which I haven't seen yet, but I've heard is great.
Yeah.
It's this comedian who like does a lot of stuff playing with like the realities and emotions of like real people. So he put out a Craigslist ad saying, is there something you regret or something you aren't prepared for an encounter in life? So you got responses, and this whole idea is for him to, with actors and stuff, rehearse this encounter that these people aren't wanting to or need to prepare for. So, and it sounds wild, but it's even more wild because of the amount of detail and exact details and like things he goes to make it like. I can't really explain it. It's something you need to watch.
Yeah, I saw like a trailer for it or something. It's
on HBO Max. They're 30-minute episodes. Watch it.
Maybe I'll watch one episode.
Watch the first episode at least. It'll hook you.
Is there darkness in it? Is it sad? Is it
yes, it's wild and insane, but there's also a beauty and like it's just I can't really explain it. Just watch it. Okay. It's insane.
Okay. It's on the list.
Yeah,
it's really funny. It's like it's just every range of emotions from humanity is in the show.
Wow,
humanity.
It's wild.
Somebody,
I don't understand how they get away with it.
Every range from humanity. Okay.
But at least watch the first episode. I believe it'll hook you.
Okay, I will.
I had no idea about this thing. Like what was going into it. I just heard it on Twitter from a few things, and I hadn't seen any of this guy's previous stuff, and it hooked me. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What other TV shows you guys watch? And for me, I watched a lot of anime this summer. I haven't watched a lot of TV shows.
I think that's it for TV for me.
If nobody's watching Licorice Recoil, it's the best anime of the summer season. Licorice Recoil, fantastic. Everybody get a Crunchyroll subscription. It's great.
Did we talk about The Boys ending the last 2 episodes?
Oh yeah.
No, I think we did last time. Did
we do it because Josh was saying the finale came out July 8th.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Finale's great.
Great. Right. I don't. Ryan's a fucking kid. He doesn't have like the smartest. And even if he did, Butcher's an asshole. So would you want to be with Butcher?
The thing about this show and this season in particular is that like it's just really surprising and not. It wasn't really that predictable for me, and that's saying something.
For a show about superheroes, it feels very real and relevant sometimes.
Yeah, it does.
It feels extremely relevant.
It's both grounded and insane at the same time, and you can clearly see the character arcs that each character is going on, and it's great to see. It's not just like, oh, the character's doing crazy thing. The Boys is fucking crazy because it is, but there's a lot of heart to it, and Kimiko and Frenchie they're the heart of the show, and they have a very clear through line throughout the series from episode 1.
Yeah, musical
all the way to episode 8.
Amazing.
Musical sequence was great. You understand what Kimiko is going through from the beginning of the season to the very end. Same thing with Huey. You understand. You might not agree, but you understand where he's going, what craziness he's going through. Same thing with Butcher, where he's becoming. The thing with Butcher is like he's trying to fight the monster, but he's becoming the monster. And they really tackled that in season 3, where he's taking the compound V now. And how is that going to affect his mentality he has like this really real reason to be going after Homelander, but is he becoming just like Homelander? They give him the same exact powers in terms of the heat vision and the strength, so he's literally becoming his enemy that he wants to kill. But at the same time, he has Butcher inside. There's good in him, and we get that great flashback episode with him and his brother. It's very tragic to see, but then he continues to be an asshole. So it's like that's just Butcher, but at the same time, you still want to root for him because you root for these crazy characters. And Homelander specifically was just phenomenal this entire season.
If I know it's not going to happen because this year is so stacked, but it's a fucking shame that Anthony Starr is not getting any awards recognition because
maybe
insane performance.
Maybe if they did Golden Globes, he would get eligible.
Maybe season finale, like series finale, but even then,
they need to release the show in pre-Emmy voting shit, whatever.
Because last year wasn't as stacked as this year's going to be.
Yeah, this year's
because you have House of Dragon, Rings of Power, Andor, which I'm sure those all did not.
I'm very curious to see how all these fantasy shows vie for best
Game
drama.
of Thrones swept every year, so
it did. Yeah.
Even
season 8 year.
But now you have so many fantasy shows these days, like Wheel of Time and all this stuff. So I'm just like,
but none of those really have the staying power, as I'm sure.
Yeah, the cast power. I'm pretty sure Matt Smith is gonna get nominated by the end.
Should, right? It's like already you're like
probably
Olivia Cook, Matt Smith, the person playing Rhaenyra. I really want House of Dragon and Rings of Power to get best drama.
I did see Diego Luna even getting it on if Andor is as good
if
as
it's really that good.
Yeah.
Wasn't Mandalorian season 2 nominated for best drama?
Both seasons were.
Fuck you. That's ridiculous. Give Andor best drama. Or give Kenobi best limited series or whatever. There's no way.
Even McGregor could get some noms.
Right? It's like if Mando season 2 can get best drama.
Elizabeth Olsen got a nom for WandaVision. Like, you have to
fucking
Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle, thank you. Don
for
Cheadle got
1 second.
For 1 second of Winter Soldier.
Over fucking Carl Lundy, which is a fucking. That's
next
stupid.
year, Kenobi should be. But Kenobi has it would be a year since Kenobi aired, so it'll be impossible probably by then.
I think it was it? When was the cutoff date for him? Was it June?
Middle of May.
Okay.
I think it was like the middle of.
I know Stranger Things is to be eligible, but I think
only the first 7 was eligible, and it got nominated. So and it ended up squeezing in there. I didn't think it was going to get nominated, but it did.
Sadie Sink didn't.
Sadie Sink or Millie Bobby Brown didn't. I'm shocked. I'm like, it's the same thing with Selena Gomez. I'm like, you're going to nominate Stranger Things for best drama, not like the reason why these shows are great, like their actresses.
Mm-hmm.
But you nominate 5 people from Succession, which I love Succession, so I'm not complaining. But it's just like, come on. Anyways, yeah.
Or White Lotus, swept.
White Lotus swept
series. I didn't really love White Lotus, but
same here, Justin. Like season 1 was fine.
The ending was not good.
Not great. I just thought the show
having fucking Murray Bartlett just fucking shit and die. Like what?
Did he die? Oh man, I forgot he died. Did he? No, he's still alive.
He died. He's the one who died in the casket.
Like the owner?
Yeah.
Oh,
he is the person who died.
Oh wow, you're right. Yeah.
It was the best part of the series too.
Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, that whole yes. Yeah. For some, I'm getting this confused.
But season 2, however,
season 2 looks like
a banner.
You're bringing my girl,
Aubrey Plaza, Haley Lou Richardson. Thank God she's coming. It's only a matter of time before Kevin Feige has her phone number. But yeah, she's great. Aubrey Plaza is great. So season 2 looks to be a lot better already from the cast standpoint. Yeah.
They nominated Sydney Sweeney. I'm like, she was fine in it, I guess.
Everybody was fine, yeah.
Everybody was fine in it, but anyways. Yeah, they nominated her for Euphoria. I'm like,
she's better in Euphoria, though.
She's better in Euphoria, but I'm like, Sadie Sink! Come on!
Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah. So how did we get on White Lotus? What are we talking about? The boys or whatever.
Emmys, I think.
Emmys. Yeah. That's how it happens. But
So I
let's
have
dive
two
into...
more to talked about before the bid one.
Okay, yeah, never mind.
Yeah, two more. I think we're saving Nope for last.
I was about to mention that. We can say that for last. That came out. That's fine. It was boring. Kidding.
A little Netflix movie I watched, Persuasion, which is like a
my girl.
Jane Austen remake with
I
Dakota
forgot
Johnson.
I watched that.
Yeah. I never
it's
watched it.
basically trying way too hard to be Fleabag, but doesn't achieve that magic.
Yeah.
Like, it's very similar, like breaking the fourth wall and winking to the camera, but it doesn't really have the personality and character that Fleabag has.
It's a very weird movie. Like just watching that movie, like I was thinking to myself, what's the target audience for this?
I think Dakota Johnson's good, but she doesn't fit that role. She doesn't have like that quirky personality as much.
Yeah.
She's very like understated as an actress.
Yeah, this movie is just fucking weird. I totally forgot that I watched it. I didn't even log it on on Letterboxd.
Yeah. Henry Golding's great, but he's wasted.
He's in it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
I thought he was a main character. Or one of the main characters next to
even Richard E. Grant, he's in it for like another 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, too. He was good though.
Holy shit!
I don't hate this movie. It's just like mediocre.
We get 2.5, 3 stars.
I gave it 3. Because Dakota Johnson and I think it was really shot well too. Surprisingly. That's it. Man,
yeah, it was on my Netflix watch list, but I never went to it because it got bad reviews.
Yeah, I watch a bunch of Netflix movies, as I always do.
Bad Netflix movies blocked with Edgar.
One of them is actually pretty good. The Sea Beast. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Oh, I've been wanting to watch that.
It's
the old like Disney animator, right? Doing that.
Yeah. Let me check. Chris Williams. He did. What did he do? Oh, he did a Bolt and Big Hero 6.
Okay.
But it's basically How to Train Your Dragon with sea monsters. It's fun.
I've heard it's like How to Train Your Dragon meets Moana, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good way to put it. Carl Urban. I didn't know I needed him as a voice actor in an animated movie until this movie. Yeah. He's the main character in it.
Oh shit!
I might watch it this month.
What movie is it again?
The Sea Beast.
Yeah. I've been meaning to watch that. That's been on my. Fuck! Do I watch Sea Beast tonight or watch
Fire Island? Watch Fire Island and the first episode of The Rehearsal.
I'm good on the second
one.
Please, I'm good.
Please, Evan, your mind will be blown.
Another movie that I watch on Netflix, The Man from Toronto.
I watched that too.
What is that?
I watched The Man from Toronto. Let's talk about it, Edgar.
Let's
do it. The Man from Toronto. I have you know, Josh, starring the great Kevin Hart with
Woody Harrelson.
And as soon as I tell you about that, you probably know what movie you're getting. It's a crazy movie where Woody Harrelson's like this awesome assassin, this hitman assassin, right? Kevin Hart's your ordinary down his luck black guy who just can't get off the ground. I'm like, you're the same character in every movie, Kevin, every time. It's the same thing with a movie with The Rock. I forget what it's called. Central Intelligence. I'm like
Central Intelligence.
Same character. Anyways, can't get a job. He goes on his honeymoon, and long story short, some assassins mistake him for like this hitman who was played by Woody Harrelson. So Woody Harrelson's like, I gotta take this guy out, but then there's this whole mix-up, and Woody Harrelson goes on this adventure with Kevin Hart basically to try to like clear his name and complete his mission. It's crazy. It's not great, but did I have fun with it? Fuck yeah, because it's crazy. It's fun. I'm not taking it seriously at all.
What genre is it?
Action comedy.
Action
comedy? Okay.
It's Kevin Hart and Woody Harrelson just making jokes the whole movie. Woody Harrelson's a straight guy who starts to like mellow out a little bit as the movie goes on.
Man from what?
Man from Toronto. It's very funny, and I had fun with it. It's very forgettable. I'm not gonna watch it again.
2.5 on Letterboxd.
But it's just like I had a vibe. I had a good time with it.
I think the best part of that movie, which is a pretty good way to like capture what the movie is that scene where Kevin Hart needs to like interrogate like a group of people in
Oh, it's great.
in a
Wait,
room.
you're just saying you liked this movie and you gave it 2.5 stars, Evan?
Yeah, I mean 2.5 stars. I get 5 out there. I mean, like it's solid. Like I wouldn't say it because I can't recommend it to people. Like, it's always I had a great time watching it, but I had fun.
It's like a great background movie.
Yes, exactly. Like it's good. My mom was watching it like while she was washing dishes, and I'm just like sitting there watching it. I'm like, oh, it's fun, Mom. She's like, what's happening? I'm like, they're on this plane. It's crazy. I'm just like, it's like whatever. But what Edgar was saying, yeah, Kevin has to interrogate these people because he's supposed to be his assassin,
the man from Toronto.
The man from Toronto.
Yeah, I'll never watch this.
And it's
Kaylee Cuoco's in it.
Oh, she's good.
Yeah,
he's fine.
There's that plane scene is like them trying to be like Uncharted, but like low budget.
It's so bad. It is so bad. I'm like, what is happening? Oh,
the action's like not good.
Oh, it's not good at all. Like you can tell the CG just takes over.
This is all shaky cam.
Not even that. It's just it's just like crazy CGI. You can tell.
Like there's a fight scene that takes place like in the back of a kitchen, and the action is like shot from the. It's like it's the action is like shot from like the perspective of like Kevin Hart, and he's on the floor and he's looking at Woody Harrelson fighting, and it's so bad.
It's so weird. I'm like, ew. Yeah.
So this is the paycheck for both of them, I assume.
Yeah. If Netflix running an action comedy movie, like I put it on the same vein as like that same movie with Jamie Foxx and what's it called? The guy from Dark Knight Rises, Dick.
The Project X or whatever it's called. Project something.
Project Power, right? It's like it's a fun action comedy.
These like action movies that they pay a lot of money for that no one watches.
100%. Yeah.
Another Netflix movie. Actually it's not a Netflix movie. It came out in theaters, but it's on Netflix right now. It's with Sandra Oh. Uma.
Oh, I've heard about this.
Say it again.
Uma.
I've heard mixed things on this.
Never heard of it.
It's probably one of the most scary movies that I've seen.
Really?
Oh no!
Like, I'll tell you right now, the ghost, the evil entity or whatever, it's like the grandmother, and all she wants is attention.
Oh no!
That's it. But
this looks bad.
Is Sandra Oh good at least?
She's fine. I mean, you can tell. I mean, she's an executive producer on this thing, but
how does she keep getting nominated for Emmys?
She's great in Killing Eve.
Oh yeah, I need to. Wait, she's getting what?
Killing Eve.
Killing Eve. Yeah, I heard the last season wasn't that great.
Last season, I didn't even watch it. I just saw the ending. It was trash. So
I was confused.
The first 3 seasons are good.
I was confused by them announcing a final season because I thought season 3
exactly perfect ending. Season 3, yeah. I'm just deciding I'm never to watch season 4, and that'll be my ending.
That's what I keep hearing. I'm so disappointed because I want to watch it, but then I hear like the endings.
Just watch the first 3 seasons. I can't
do that.
A perfect ending. For
Can't do it. Can't do it. Yeah, I didn't do that for Dexter. I watched like half of Dexter, then I ended it when it got bad.
Honestly, just Killing Eve season 1 is like at a whole nother level than the other 2, or other 3. But I think 2 and 3 are still decent.
I might watch that over the rehearsal.
Fuck you. It's a half an hour.
I know. Fine.
It's HBO Max, your favorite streaming service.
Yeah, please sponsor us, HBO Max.
I've got 3 more movies before we get to know.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
The first one, let's get it out of the way. Where the Crawdads Sing.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah. I was forced.
Oh, you went with the girlfriend?
Yeah. I mean,
I heard Daisy Edgar Jones is good.
She's really good. She's by far the best part of the movie. She's carrying the whole thing in her back, even though they're
good for her.
They don't really give anything to her.
Didn't Reese direct this one?
She produced it, I think. No.
Reese
she produced it.
Okay,
producer.
Somebody, Olivia Newman, directed it. I've never heard of her in my life.
I keep seeing Reese on all the promotional stuff. I'm like, oh, maybe she directed.
Probably just her production company.
Yeah, it's one of those cases where the producer is getting the
which I hate sometimes.
Spotlight.
Yeah, not great.
Which is always not a good sign.
Yeah.
But this movie is really, But this movie is very tonally weird. It tries to be very serious drama, but then it tries to be like whimsical at the same time, and it just doesn't work.
Um,
It's like it tries to be like above surface level, but it's not.
Is it a
Um,
drama?
it's a drama. It's based on a book, I guess. I've heard the story of behind the scenes of the book is more interesting than than the
I know
movie or the book
what's
itself.
popular. Yeah, popular with
Be-
old ladies.
yeah, because okay, so old ladies. So basically, the movie is about this girl who basically raised herself in this town in this lake or whatever, and eventually she grows up and they accuse her of like a murder, and that's what the movie is about, like her
Ooh.
life and how she got there. But the funny thing about the movie and the book itself, and I haven't read the book, but again, just from what I've read online. So basically, the author of the book, um, she was accused of this exact same thing,
Really?
and yeah, that she
So it's
was.
like
I think it no,
autobiographical.
actually, I think it was her son. Either or, I don't remember. But one of like somebody in her life was accused of murder, and the thing that makes it extra funny is that the last 2 minutes of the movie. I don't know if this is how the book ends, but the last 2 minutes of the movie, spoilers, I guess, but I don't think
Spoil it.
you
I don't
guys
care.
care. Basically, the movie ends with like one of those like flashbacks of like explaining what actually happened.
No, I hate those.
So basically, Daisy's character, she's like, um, they they eventually find that she's innocent, but it turns out she actually did it. And it's funny because if you read the story of the actual story that happened, you kind of start thinking like, wait, is this like like a confession book?
Wait, so that's so weird. So this main character is not a good person, or was it she killed for a good reason or something like that?
And it's for a good reason.
Okay.
I mean, she was raped, but yeah.
Oh, okay. This
That
one
makes
does.
sense.
That makes
Yeah.
sense then. Okay. Okay. So
But yeah,
yeah.
it's very, very again, it's very tonally weird. You like you have that idea in mind, and then you like pair it with like this whimsical aspect of the movie, and it just doesn't work.
There's a whimsical aspect.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
the trailer makes it seem like a YA
Yeah,
like
it's such a
romance.
yeah,
a serious lifetime my drama.
Yeah.
yeah. And then it's I say whimsical because the main character in the movie, Daisy Edgar Jones's character, she's an author. You start connecting the dots. The author wrote a book about an author who
Yeah.
committed a murder.
Really weird.
But yeah,
What'd you give it?
that's it. Then the last two movies before we get to know, I don't know if you've talked about them, Josh. One is Marcel the Shell,
Yeah, my
and
background. I love this movie.
and two RRR. But
Let's talk about Marcel first because
Yeah. Rate about Marcel.
go
my
for
number
it. I
3
fell
movie
asleep.
of the year. It's
Woo!
I love this movie. It is wholesome as fuck. It's the new Paddington.
New Paddington.
I've never seen Paddington.
Jenny Slate is amazing as Marcel, and it's really well shot and animated. It's really unique. It's just the best. It's
Yeah.
what you want in the
How's
movie.
the
I loved
story?
it.
What's the story about?
Really, really deep and methodical.
Simple
and,
but deep.
Yeah, a lot deeper than you would think.
Number
For like
3
a
of the
cute
year.
shell movie.
It looked like a very cute movie, but I don't know if I would like love it. But I
Oh,
don't
you
know.
would love this, Evan.
Okay. If it's still in theaters, I could see it tomorrow. Actually,
Yeah.
I just like Edgar.
I'm glad that you mentioned how the movie is shot because
Yeah, it's
Mm.
really
it kind of
cool.
it kind of goes for that documentary style, but it's like so much better than that. Like it's like in that like sweet spot, like in between film and documentary.
Yeah, the way they do zooms and like pans.
Yeah. And also something that I don't see a lot of people talking about, but the director of this movie, he's also in the movie, and he's really good.
Yeah,
He's really
he's
like
great.
charming. Yeah.
It's I watched the YouTube shorts a while ago back when they came out, and I loved them. So it's really cool seeing those adapted and really like take what made those shorts so special and elevate it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, and the themes of the movie, like a lesser movie would have been very manipulative with the themes,
Yeah.
but it's very sincere here. It's very very charming.
Okay.
Yeah, this movie's wonderful.
Where do you have it in your? Is it in your top 10, Edgar? Are you as crazy as Josh?
Crazy?
Not as crazy as Josh,
I'm
but
kidding, I'm kidding.
it's my number 18 right now.
Way too low.
I have to watch it again. Like I've joked about it on our group chat, but I fell asleep like for 2 minutes, and it's not the movie's fault. It's I swear to God, there's something wrong with this movie theater.
The curse.
The cursed movie theater. That's the same movie theater that I went to watch the Tragedy of Macbeth, and I fell asleep for like 2 minutes. And it's not the movie's fault. It's just like I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
another
know.
A24 movie.
Yeah. But
speaking of A24, I just want to take a little minute and say they're on a fucking roll this year. Like my top 3 so far are all A24 movies. Everything Everywhere, After Yang, and now Marcel.
Oh wow, After Yang is in the top 2.
Yeah, I love all 3 of them.
I might have to rewatch After Yang because I really liked it, but it's like in my.
See, I want to rewatch it, but also don't want to rewatch it because I had such like a visceral experience with that, and I don't think it'll
from your laptop.
Capture it.
It was on my TV actually.
Oh, TV.
Want to talk about the epic RRR?
Let's talk about. Watched it this month.
Let's talk about the real number 1 movie of 2022 here. Oh my gosh, better than Marcel the Shell. RRR is a cinematic masterpiece on epic proportions. It is, and Patrick Williams said it, but I'll steal it from him too. Best romance, best action, best comedy.
Enemies to lovers.
Enemies to lovers. Best bromance I've ever seen in movie history. It has it all. The opening act, setting up the individual characters between fire, water.
Every time I cut to a title sequence, this is the coolest thing ever.
It's the coolest shit ever. I'm like, it is so fucking effortlessly cool.
The dance sequence, oh my god!
The dance sequence is just it's the best sequence of the year.
It just has so much heart among the sheer spectacle of it.
Yeah, it's definition when an actor's like, I want to be in the spectacle, but I want to make sure it has a lot of heart to it. Like RR is a definition of that because there's so much spectacle, but there's a lot of great drama to it.
The third act climax battle is some of the coolest fucking shit I've seen ever.
It's sick.
Him driving the motorcycle and fucking spinning it.
Spinning it around. The bridge sequence is one of my favorites when they first unite and see each other for the first time. They team up. It's
the horse.
Yeah, they instantly know what to do. It's like, are we doing it? Like, okay, we're doing it. And it was just so epic, saving the kid under the bridge, saying, "Hey, what's your name?" It's beautiful. And then under the water, them coming together, and then the music is talking about the tale of these two enemies who come together, who don't know they're playing each other. It's beautiful. And
it's what all blockbusters should strive to be.
Yes, and then speaking of end credits, this is one of the best end credit sequences.
Oh my god, classic Bollywood end credit sequence.
Classic Bollywood end credit where they're just dancing, having fun, talking about the beauty of the movie. Oh my god, it's because it's so real and brutal in terms of the British occupation of India. Where you see them taking away their little sister in the beginning of the movie, smacking the mother in the head. You're like, oh my god! It's very
surprisingly brutal and
it's gory. Brutal. It's dark, and the things that I'm forgetting the name now. The one that used to be a cop, or that's lying to be a cop. His opening sequence is amazing.
That's my favorite action sequence in the movie. It's so fucking good.
Holy shit! With one baton tied to his arm, just cracking heads and skulls. You're like, oh my gosh!
Something I didn't think about now is it bounces the tone of being fun and wholesome and bounces that tone of being serious and dark and brutal with being fun and light really well.
Take some notes, MCU.
Honestly, yeah, because it balances everything so well while being super corny and over the top. When he comes out of that truck during the palace invasion, and the animals come out, and he's
so good
in air with 2 flames wrapped around him, and then water sprinkling everywhere, fire and water. The symbolism is so powerful in this movie.
It hits you over the head with it, but like I don't really care.
It doesn't matter, right? Yeah, exactly. Because it's just so important, and it's so like
It doesn't apologize for being itself.
Yeah,
not at all. Not at all.
And also, like I said this on my review on Letterboxd, but this movie like kind of reminds me of like those like Old Boy or The Raid, where that one of those like foreign films that eventually in the not so distant future is gonna be borrowed heavily over here, and some people are not even gonna know where the influence came from, but it's okay.
Like it came from RRR because this are like the biggest movie in India, one of the biggest movies of the year. It's just like for me, like this should win Best International Feature, but it should be nominated for Best Picture come Oscar season. Because I just think
Pink
this movie,
Moon are what I should get nominated.
Yeah, was Pink Moon?
It was from
the Suicide one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's doing no talk, right? I haven't seen anyone pick it up, sadly.
Yeah.
RR should get nominated. Like,
I wonder if it will. I feel like it's too quote unquote weird for the Oscars.
No, but I think it's such a sensation.
It's a lot for Best International.
Yeah,
it's a lot for Best International because there's at least 5.
Like Bollywood's movies don't typically get nominated, but like this one has like
it's
transcended
India.
Right? It's a global thing now.
It made over like $5-10 million in America alone. So I think
have a dance number at the opening of the ceremony.
Honestly, if they do that in America, Oscars would like skyrocket.
Just have them bring them out to do that, like the suspenders dance.
Honestly, please do. RRRs, everybody should be watching this movie because the action is incredible, the score is great, the music's great. I love these characters so much. Like I watched it in 3 hours one day. The very next day I showed Jalen. And
really?
Yeah, I'm like, you have to watch this. Everybody should be watching it. And then the next day he showed his friends. So I'm just like,
wow,
everybody get on it because this and Top Gun are like why I love going to the movies. They're great. One and two.
I wish also for a 3-hour movie it flies by.
It fucking flies by. Yeah, it doesn't even like there's like an intermission point where like the characters at a standstill. But I just want to keep watching the movie because it goes by so well.
Also, probably the most brutal scene of the movie is like when what's his name, Bahim or something like that.
Bahim,
when he's like hung in the street.
Oh yeah.
With the whip and the spiked whip. I'm like the British people are so over the top, but I don't care because it works because they're evil as hell.
I love that semi-spoilers for the movie. That she ends up dying with like something that looks like a whip with spikes.
Yeah, like I think like the fence, the spiked fence or whatever.
Yeah, the fence.
Yeah, that's great. But this movie rocks. Everybody should see it more than once. Go watch it.
Speaking of more of once, nope.
I've seen this.
Oh, you saw it more than once. I need to see it more than once. I think
I've seen it. Second time right after this episode.
I've never gone to the movie like after 9:00.
Yeah,
I have.
What time is it right now for you guys? 6?
It's 9.
About to be 9. Yeah.
It's
11 o'clock. Never mind. I'm crazy.
Yeah, but this movie, like, I kind of almost have to apologize for my initial review, not because I said it was bad, but I just. On my first like thoughts, both on Twitter and on Letterboxd, I said that I really enjoyed the movie, that I loved it, but I didn't think it was as thematically rich as Get Out or Us. Watching it a second time, man,
I'm excited to watch it because I thought that's like coming out of it also, but then the more I think about it and read about it, like,
this could be my first time talking about this movie with people online. I haven't talked about it on Mike and T yet. Can we talk about the meaning behind? What's the name? They call it something jacket. Jean jacket.
Jean jacket.
Can we talk about the meaning behind that? That's like one of the main things that don't really because
it's just the whole theme of what?
Yeah, sorry, you go ahead.
It's just the whole theme of animal cruelty and taking advantage of animals and treating them like
trash for our entertainment.
For entertainment,
exactly,
for spectacle purposes, kind of thing.
Exactly, and
they
taking
got the
advantage
name.
of
They got the name from like because that was like
another
the first horse that
that Kiki Palmer was supposed to train. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I got it because that was the only part. I'm like, so this is the horse that she wanted to train, but her father was mainly interested in training the son, Daniel Kaluuya. But then like he kind of looks up at her and was like, I understand
the eye thing.
But there's been some really stupid people in Tate's.
Oh no,
Logan Paul.
oh no,
Oh yeah.
Saying
Oh,
like,
no.
oh, fucking random side plots and shit that don't connect. No, the Doherty scene is fucking incredible and connects so well to that theme of
maybe the scene
like,
of the year for me.
Yeah,
it's
it's
that good.
incredible.
And, yeah, the Gordy scene is
and
also it connects
another
so well.
Yeah, to staying on topic with Gordy. Like I know it's kind of like a joke to say this sometimes about movies, but like I really do think that Gordy is like the key to understand what the whole concept of the movie is. Especially like, okay, so this is something spoilers, everybody. So if you haven't seen it, get the fuck out.
Spoilers for every Jordan Peele movie while we're at it.
Yeah. So something that I noticed on my second watch, and I thought it was really fascinating, was how. So the thing that kind of triggers the monkey that is portraying Gordy in that episode that goes bananas. I found it fascinating that the thing that triggers him is like the little girl coming in with like the big green box and has like the balloons and then they start popping. If you watch the movie again and then you start realizing what Jupe is doing, Steve Yeun's character. When everything goes to fucking shit and he and the audience and his family like are like sucked by the alien. Before that, he's trying to like feed Jean Jacket this horse in this box, and it's I believe it's covered by like a green like blanket or I don't know what you call it, but like just that symbolism of like two green like box like things.
And you also have the green eyes on
Daniel
Kaluuya's hoodie.
So you're saying like for Jupe, for Steven Yeun's character, like similar to how Gordy was in that box in the flashback, you're saying he was like putting the horse in the box in a sense, like in terms of I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, and also like the thing is that the reason why you assume why Jean Jacket like gets pissed off at Jupe is because Kiki Palmer's does the whole thing with the like the metal horse, like the fake out, and that probably is what triggered Jean Jacket to believe that Jupe like betrayed like their deal or whatever they were having. So he probably just came back for revenge, and that's what triggered him with the green box and the horse and everything, all of that shit. And also, I find it, and I also find it like interesting that if you really think about it, Gordy's what causes Gordy's death and the chaos is like these balloons, and that's the exact same way that Jean Jacket dies with the big balloon of Jupe.
Oh wow!
Oh shit! Yeah, it's interesting.
But balloons, don't fucking trust these balloons.
Speaking of Jean Jacket, like it's just such a really cool and interesting idea for a like UFO movie to make UFO the alien.
That's
itself. Such a cool concept.
Wild. The fact that the first scene of this movie is the inside of an alien's mouth.
Yeah.
Without realizing it. Holy
so cool.
Fucking shit. Nobody does it like Jordan Peele, man. I would have had no idea. I thought it was a UFO. If this was just a UFO story, it still would have been an awesome movie.
I love the red herring, and it's shot so well. The kids as the aliens. It's so well done.
That fake out scene is better than most horror movies.
Yes.
Honestly.
He's like, nope.
Suspenseful and like
the audience reaction to that scene is so fucking.
When the kid pops out of the door, like fear went wild.
Yeah. Oh man.
Also, another interesting about that, if you remember, you know how Jupe is trying to like capitalize on the alien, and he's making like suits and toys of the alien or what he thinks the alien looks like.
Yeah,
it's the head of an alien and the body of a monkey.
No way.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Really?
Holy shit.
It's almost like he's like combining the two things that he's afraid of.
Traumatized by.
Yeah, traumatized by the monkey and the alien.
It's such an interesting thing because you can tell he was so traumatized by his past, but at the same time, when he traumatized about it, and you flash forward to what his face looks like, he's smiling a little bit, but like because like there's at one point when he's telling the story, of course, he's telling the SNL story. But when you see like the real story, he's just like he's smiling, like he's both traumatized, but he's also like he made it into like a fantastical story.
Yeah,
out
you
of
can
it.
tell that it's
It's
something that he
interesting.
thinks about every day of his
Every
life.
day.
Yeah.
But he's like making money out of it, so like he
Yeah,
does care, but he doesn't, and it's really.
and you're right.
I
The
think
scene when Jean Jacket comes to kill them all, the whole scene is just like he's in all of it. He's also like, yeah, it's so fascinating looking at that. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, Gordy in general is like the big heart of the movie, the big core of the movie thematically.
Yeah.
But in general, Stephen Yeun, Daniel Kaluuya, Kiki Palmer are stars. All three of them are
Incredible.
fantastic.
Kiki Palmer
What's-
is amazing.
The guy
What's the name
from
of the Best Buy guy or
Nick,
whatever?
he's great. What's his name?
He's
great. He's funny.
amazing.
Him and the IMAX guy are great.
An IMAX guy.
The IMAX cameras. Got it right
Brendan
here.
Pira.
Yeah, Brendan Pierre is funny as hell. Michael Wincott is
Yeah,
you got
is the
this guy.
cinematographer.
Man, Keith David. Shout out to Keith David too.
As the father, yeah.
He did shoot this before going to see Chris Stuckman's movie.
I forgot he's in that. He's right.
Yeah.
I love how smart Jordan Peele's characters are because you like I love how what's his name OJ in this movie Daniel Kaluuya's character, like he realizes right on the spot that you has been like feeding the horses to the alien through the invitation paper thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he figures out like don't look at it in the eyes, which is really cool.
And that's when he realizes that it's an animal and it's not like an actual spaceship.
Yeah, which is again, I can't reiterate it enough.
That's such a cool concept.
It's an awesome twist.
Yeah.
Awesome. The scene of you said the Gordy scene is the most terrifying sequence of the year. I think the swallowing sequence is the most terrifying sequence. Like when we see the people go inside the body of the alien, inside its throat.
So claustrophobic.
It's so claustrophobic, and I just remember leaning back in my seat like this is terrifying to watch and disgusting.
The sound design, oh my
god, incredible.
The way that Jean Jacket uses the screams of the people to like attract other people. Oh, it's so fucking cool.
God. It's
just the way it's shot, like when Hoytema, Christopher Nolan's DP on all this stuff. The way he like pans the camera to follow the alien is so
the clouds.
The cloud, the clouds. Like the clouds have moved all day. It's like
I saw an interview on Letterboxd saying like this is what this is doing for clouds what Jaws did for the water.
For water, yeah.
That's amazing. But yeah, but the more I think about it, the more I talk about it with you guys, like the more I love it. It's just so rich. And it's just regardless of the theme, similar to Get Out and Us, it's just fucking fun. It's so much fun, and it's
like Us, like Us, where it's so much fun and it has that it's balancing the spectacle and the depth so well.
Us is a blast. I need to rewatch Us. But yeah, the home invasion.
I rewatched Get Out and Us, by the way.
Oh, nice!
And amazing movies.
But yeah, in Us, the home invasion sequences are really stuck in my head because that's like so scary and horrifying. But even after that, it's just like the escape sequence and everything like that. It's just so much fun to watch.
I think Get Out is his most tightest screenplay and movie. Yeah. I think Us is his most ambitious, and this is like his most spectacle.
Yeah,
most accessible.
The biggest budget like blockbuster. Like, he doesn't lose the depth with all three.
It doesn't. The depth just sticks from the first act to the third in terms of the ending between Daniel and Kiki facing off against the alien and that wide shot between them on each side of each other. She's on the motorcycle. He's on the horse. And it's like, what's going to happen? He's going to sacrifice himself. I'm like, oh my God, I'm on the edge of my seat. And
the last sequence of her trying to get the picture.
With the coins.
I love when movies do this when a simple act makes it so much thrill. Like for Arrival, the best scene in the movie is a fucking phone call. And it's the best.
The whole sequence like outside when they're trying to get the perfect shot is just amazing.
It's just so good and so like you're so captivated by everything going on. And yeah, she's just like cranking it, putting quarters in it, and you're just on the edge of your seat.
I want to shout out Michael Abels, the composer. We're doing one of the best tracks of the year. Let me play a second
scores of the year. Please do. Oh,
amazing.
It's
That's
sick.
A great track, but oh yeah.
Oh, it's a banger, Josh.
It's so
it has a Ghibli feel to it.
Yeah.
like this better. Please.
Then
let
the
this
main
be-
theme is also really good too.
Yeah.
It is. Please let this be
Probably
one
my
of the-
favorite piece
Fourth
of
year.
music is the Western theme at the end. It's so good.
Yes, it's a great Western scene or sequence score because it's like it has like the good, bad, the ugly feel to it, where so much tension. And then she sees him a little bit, like the facial expression on Kiki's face when you don't know what she's looking at, but then she looks over and it's like you think it's Daniel Kaluuya, could be, couldn't be. I think it is. It's just so good. It's just.
I thought the movie was gonna end on that close-up shot for a second.
Me too, but I was like, please let me
too,
see him. I was like, please let me see him. Please let me see him. And then it goes to, I was like, yes. I was like, please let him be alive. I think he is. This movie hits. It's like my number. I don't know what it is. 6, 5, 6, 7.
Pain's
my
same
4.
spot. Yeah.
It's my 4 for me.
4. Did it surpass the Northman?
No, Northman is 3. 2 is Everything Everywhere.
And
1
that's
is
6.
Batman.
Oh, I don't have Nope on my letterbox yet. I'm a failure. I'm a
Little
failure.
update, I guess. I have Nope at 6, Batman at 5, Cha Cha at 4, Marcel at 3, then After Yang and Everything Everywhere.
Where do I put Nope? Right now I have RRR, Top Gun, Everything, Batman, Cha Cha, Northman, Black Phone, Watcher. Where do I put the fucking Nope? I think I put Nope in front of Cha Cha behind Batman. I don't know. Man.
I might put it above Batman if this rewatch hits. Because I'm seeing IMAX for the first time. I saw Dolby the first time. Yeah.
It's gonna hit.
It was awesome watching it on IMAX, but at the same time not, because the projector was during the night scenes, it was like shaking on the left side. So it was very distracting sometimes. But yeah.
That sucks.
See, I think it was really good in Dolby because the sound design was amazing.
Yeah, Dolby is really good.
Speaking of night sequence, one of the best sequences of the year, blood coming
down
my
God,
the fucking house. Are you kidding me, Jordan? I was watching with my mouth wide open. I'm like, Jordan Peele's going full Hitchcock, and it's beautiful.
Shining.
Yeah, Shining. I was like,
this man has already like cemented himself as being such a staple in horror, and I'm so excited for what he's doing next.
Yeah, he's like he's already like in the Nolan category of where you can sell a movie just with his name. You don't even know.
Yeah,
you don't even have to
Villeneuve,
know.
Chazelle,
yeah. I'm just like to see like Jean Jacket just,
more so than those two. Like you said, he didn't sell a movie just with his name.
Yeah.
And also, every single one of his movies has such a great fucking trailer. Like, I love that the trailer for this movie sold it as an alien invasion movie, especially with that the
you don't first know trailer was amazing.
Yeah, you don't know the context of the first trailer, but that shot of Gordy doing like the fist bump, like it looks like an alien in the trailer.
Exactly, the way they played around with it. Yeah.
Paramount is so smart to put Jordan Peele on a yearly contract, not yearly,
Universal.
But, Universal. I mean, yeah, like a 3-year contract. I think every 3 years, every 2 years.
Is that the contract?
I think his next one's in 2025.
So it was 2020. It was 2017, 2019, then pandemic probably to wait this year.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
But yeah,
what do you? I wonder what he does next.
He's already done racism.
What trope does he survive?
He's already done doppelgangers. He
already did the haunted house horror. He already did sci-fi horror.
Oh, you're right.
Let him do a take on a zombie movie. That'd be interesting.
I was thinking that, but also
romantic horror.
Ooh,
that could be like a Dracula kind of thing.
Give me a ghost story. I want to see his ghost.
Yeah, give me a ghost story. Let him do like a Flanagan.
Haunted of Hill House.
Found it. It's a 5-year, 9-figure exclusive deal with Universal. It started in 2019.
Oh wow! So it started with us. Probably just Get Out was such a success. They want to nail him down.
So yeah, probably the next one whenever it comes out, 2024 probably. But man, Nope is great. I don't see it leaving my top 10 all year. So
no,
I can see this movie going up on my list.
Yeah, me too.
Wow, but there's so many good movies this year already. Like Everything Everywhere, Cha Cha. Batman, Northman,
and this fall season is looking insane.
This fall season, we get The Whale, The Sun. I'm so excited for The Sun.
Yeah.
Give me Hugh Jackman being an angry father again.
Come on.
Babylon. even if Killers the Flower Moon doesn't come out this year, I think we have a great year ahead.
Tar was interesting with Kate Blanchett.
Tar looked interesting. Yeah, I could see that being a Spencer of the Year kind of thing.
Avatar.
Never heard of it. You can't get me excited for Avatar.
It looks visually amazing though.
Is there? I mean, Shazam too.
Yeah. I mean, Cameron can do pretty good with sequels, so we'll see.
Yeah, The Fablemans from Spielberg.
So many we love cinema movies. Fableman, City of Light, whatever it's called. Bardo.
Empire of Light.
Empire's Light, not City of Light. Yeah, Empire's Light. I think for me, I'm most excited for in terms of the fall is The Sun with Hugh Jackman, The Whale, and
I really hope Sadie Saint is great and gets a nom because she deserves it.
Really hope so because the Emmys fucked it up. Oscars can come through.
Do you think Nope gets anything?
Maybe original screenplay, but I don't know.
Maybe original screenplay. I don't.
That's what to get out.
Because a lot of these movies come out.
This is more on the side of us than
yeah.
In terms of
if anything, I can see it getting maybe visual effects,
score
and sound design.
Yeah. Please score.
Sound design at least. Yeah.
For me, the nom that I'm rooting for the hardest is score. That's what I'm rooting for the hardest. I'm
scores this year are amazing.
Is there 5 scores that are better than Nope's score?
The Batman.
I don't know if that. I don't even know if that can get nominated. It should.
Everything Everywhere is a lot for best score.
I really like the Northman score, but that's
Northman's really good.
You're right. Fucking Northman had a great score.
The Outfit is one of my favorites of the year.
Outfit has an underrated score. You're right. I love that one. That's still your top 10, right? Yeah, you're at number 8 or something.
Yeah, it's like number 9 or something like that. 9, 8.
Yeah.
Watcher has a great score.
Oh, say it again.
Watcher.
Watcher's so good.
You watched it? Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it a few months back. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's great.
One last thing about Nope. Their rendition of Sunglasses at Night. Perfect.
Oh yeah. Jordan Peele, man, you don't miss. But I think that's about it, right?
That's it. Yeah.
I don't keep you guys too long here.
A 2-hour episode from us?
Yeah, we can keep going. No,
I have to go.
Yeah, we gotta go. But okay, for me, it's already 12:13. Fuck, but I need to watch Fire Island
and the rehearsal, please. I'm baiting you. I'm baiting you, Evan.
Fire Island. Yeah.
It's 30 minutes of your life.
One last thing before we leave. What are the 2 things you're looking forward to the most for August? For me, is House of the Dragon and probably The Sandman.
For me,
it's such a good month for TV.
Bodies, House of the Dragon. That's for me. Because Andor's gone.
I forgot Andor got delayed. That's right.
God damn.
The Sandman. The Sandman's this Friday, right?
Yeah, this Friday, I think. Yeah, or next week, either or.
And seeing ET in IMAX. Right, I'll say that.
It's cheating.
Okay. Bodies.
Pick something now. Bodies. Have you seen ET already? Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm seeing Kiki's in a theater. Kiki's delivery service on Wednesday.
It's dubbed.
That's cool. They're doing a subbed one today, but it's too late.
Oh, let me go to the theater at midnight. But yeah, sounds good. It's August.
What else comes out this month?
Bullet Train, Bodies.
Oh, speaking of Bullet Train, there was a reaction that came out saying it's kind of bad.
Oh no. Oh, the reactions are out. It's midnight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the Beast coming out with Idris Elba this month?
I just saw the trailer for that before. No, that thing looks pretty interesting.
It looks fun.
Scott Mance says Bullet Train is a mess that goes off the rails fast.
Why do you have to use off the rails? That's
overly overly complicated.
Oh no.
Another movie that comes out this month, at the end of the month, another Idris Elba movie, 3,000 Years of Longing.
Oh, that George Miller. I'll say that.
I did not like the trailer for that one. It didn't look
the canned reviews were kind of mixed, but I'm interested.
I'll probably wait for streaming. What else? Bodies, The Beast, The Bullet Train. I feel like there's a 4th movie. I'm forgetting.
Letterboxd.
Oh, The Invitation with Nathalie Emmanuel. There was a
My
Big
trailer
Brother.
doesn't really do anything for me.
There was a Big Brother competition based on The Invitation. I was like,
Really?
wow. They were sponsored by The Invitation, so I was like, they had to do a comp about it. But it looks like a decent horror movie, like Ready or Not kind of thing, but worse. But yeah. Yep. You guys reading those reactions?
I'm looking at the movie theaters at like the release dates.
Yeah.
September's looking pretty good. Don't worry, darling.
What do we have for September? Don't worry, darling.
Don't worry, darling.
If you care about this movie, smile.
No, it looks
that
bad.
trailer's not good.
Just not great. Not great, fam. Yeah, September seems to have some good stuff too. Like this fall is going to be stacked. October especially, and November especially.
Blonde is September.
Oh, interesting.
Blonde. Oh, Blonde.
NC-17.
People are gonna be so annoying about that movie.
Are you annoyed? Are you old enough to watch that one, Josh? NC-17. I don't think I will. Have I watched an NC-17 movie?
I don't think I.
I don't think I have.
Either.
I don't think there's any big like. Oh, you need to watch this.
Isn't Requiem for a Dream? Is that NC-17?
The only one I've heard of is Nymphomaniac.
Nymphomaniac. I think of that probably. Yeah.
Oh, we have so I have the numbers release schedule for August. Not much this month.
Yeah, August is always like the shit month.
Breaking has a limited release. It was previously known as 892 with John Boyega from Sundance.
Oh yeah.
Good
Oh,
movie.
that one movie where they like it's called Fall, where this girl is scaling like this.
I've only seen the poster. And I
saw a trailer in front of
about.
something, but yeah, she has to like scale this thing because something happened to her in the past, and her friends get trapped, and it's crazy.
Emily the Criminal from Sundance, starring Aubrey Plaza.
If people have not seen that, I really recommend it.
It's a great movie. Yeah,
it's fun. It's great. Yeah. September the re-releasing Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh, Moon Age's Daydream, which is a IMAX. It's September. Never mind. But still, yeah, that's a David Bowie doc in IMAX.
Oh,
that would interesting.
Isn't Rings of Power September?
I think so. Yeah.
What?
Rings of Power. Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Oh, Bros comes out September. That looks fun.
Bros, Hunt for Jesus, Save Your Soul, which I saw at Sundance also. Starring Regina Hall, starring Tay Brown.
October is really weak. What the hell? October.
Isn't a Halloween coming out October?
Yeah.
I never seen
The Woman King is September.
Okay, yeah.
See How They Run is also September. That's the murder mystery with Sam Rockwell and Saoirse Ronan.
Oh yes, I want to watch that.
That was really good.
Okay, Pearl.
The greatest beer run ever. Oh dear God.
That's your boy
Peter Farrelly's
movie. He's coming back.
Director of
He's back.
Green Book, unfortunately.
Your favorite movie, right? Edgar? Isn't that Edgar's favorite movie of all time? Green Book.
What the fuck?
Then we have Best Picture winner for 2023, Wild Crocodile on October 7th.
No, thank you, fam.
Spiritual successor to Clifford the Big Red Dog.
But yeah, that was a great show. Yeah.
Anyways, I think we're done here.
I think
we're done.
All right, Evan, where do people find you?
Find me on Twitter at HarrisEV9, talking nonstop about Big Brother 24. That's all I talk about. Big Brother 24, Andor trailer this morning was great. Watch your anime. I'm watching 5 anime this summer season, and it's great. Continue to watch Blackbird on Apple TV. That's fun to watch. What else? Better Call Saul.
What is that?
I forgot about that. I literally just remembered that.
What is it?
It's a Taron Egerton show where he's a drug dealer who goes to jail, but then he's given an out by being able to try and go to a different prison to talk to the serial killer played by Paul Walter Hauser, because they need to figure out where his bodies are. But they're like, did he do it? Did he not do it? Taron Egerton, come talk to him, try and get under his skin. But at the same time, he has to go to this new prison full of crazy people. So it's very, very, very good. Taron Egerton's great. What else? But yeah, Big Brother 24. Follow me there for that.
Evan or Edgar, where do people find you?
You can find me Instagram, Twitter at EDGORTEG. Too complicated, but it's there. You can read it for yourself. What else have I been working on? Oh yeah, an article that I wrote about House of the Dragon, why you should be excited for it, went up like this past week. So
Nice.
check that out at Loud and Clear Reviews. And yeah, that's it for me.
And you'd find me at Josh D. Woodbury on Twitter and tweeting random shit. I don't know. And you'd find the podcast at WHFG Podcasts on Twitter for announcements on future episodes and everything we have going on. And go check out our Comic-Con episode that we did last week. Really fun one.
Comic-Con, yes. And up next, we have a lot of fun ideas for
top
10. Yeah.
Top 10 or what to announce what we're going to start calling. What is it?
We're so organized.
Hold. Oh, we come to this place to rank.
Woo!
Hey,
it's great.
New branding to obviously go along with our theme here of paying tribute to the best movie theater ad campaign in the history of everything.
It's great. We love movies. We
love our next episode. We have some ideas, but we're not sure.
Yeah, just plenty. I love top 10 rankings. So
yeah, they're fun to do. It's probably my favorite thing we do here.
The most heated episodes ever.
Yeah,
we might do some years soon. I want to do 2019. Obviously, keep saying
what a great
year.
Gotta
do it.
If anything, we should go backwards. 2019.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
I want to do top 10 directors, top 10 film composers.
Ooh,
really some interesting ones. Edgar brought up top 10 legacy sequels.
That's good.
Top 10 trilogies.
Really
There's some stinkers in there too. Yeah, trilogies. Yeah.
So stay tuned. Then we also have another idea. Just might as well announce this is our Hall H panel.
Pull out the slate, Josh.
We're announcing more shit than DC.
True. Yep.
Honestly, yeah.
A new show that we're working on, which is kind of like we played around with this idea with me and friends of the show, Nikki and Alden, where we did like a retrospective episode about Star Wars Rebels. That was fun. So I want to keep doing that about different films or shows or stuff in pop culture that we want to do singular episodes on. So think of it as a classic like retrospective series where we take an episode to dive deep into a specific project that we want to talk about. And we're naming it Perfect and Powerful Stories.
Ooh.
Let's go.
So stay tuned for the future of Where Heartbreak Feels Good. And as always, Heartbreak Feels Real Good here. And watch the rehearsal on HBO Max, please.